What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Moats Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good, dude?
Man, I'm living my best life. You know how we do. Always good to be back in the saddle after a very fun and wild night that we had. Boy, that was a fun show, man.
That
was a fun show we had, man.
Top 5.
I definitely enjoyed the heck out of that show. I mean, it was crazy. I mean, some of the people that kept getting brought up, I feel like they're gonna get brought up again today for new news in the in the NFL, especially with the Steelers. So yeah, man, we got some official news as well around the league. I mean, so that's been going on today, man. What's been going on?
Official news? What are you talking about?
Oh, in terms of AB, he's officially released now. That's officially a thing.
He officially tweeted out some stuff too?
Yeah, he had his official statement. We got our new team MVP as well. That was announced today. So, I mean, it was a lot going on, man. It's a lot.
Team MVP.
Yeah, man, for the third
that,
consecutive year. Yeah, third
TJ?
consecutive year, yep. So he's the first guy in Steelers history to win the award 3 times.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was like, man, that's pretty impressive, man. Big what?
No snubs, you don't think? Nah, we'll give it to TJ.
Najee only snub, right?
Nah, we'll give it to TJ. TJ's fine.
Deontay.
21-something sack.
Deontay. Kello, he probably is in there too, huh? Team MVP. Boz, definitely Boz. Yeah.
Listen, if Akello would have played the whole season, maybe.
Trying to think, is there anybody else I'm leaving off that could have got snubbed?
We didn't know about Akello like that, though.
I even throw Pat in there. Pat. Yeah.
We're missing someone. If you're listening,
it's probably Derek White, bro.
Names.
It's probably Derek White. You're right. Derek he's had some special teams tackles. He's played really well. That's probably the last snub. Exactly, bro. That's probably his last. That's probably the last snub. New Claypool, like reformed Claypool after the Vikings game. Like, yeah, that's probably MVP as well.
Much worse.
But leader. He's showing that, hey, I will sacrifice my statistics for the greater good. So maybe that's what it is.
Seriously, he should get back to celebrating.
Yeah,
he's putting up almost 100 yards in that Vikings game. Those comeback catches were absolutely insane. And we haven't really seen too much from him since. I mean, he did have a nice catch or two in the Chiefs game, right?
No, this is true.
The stat line wasn't there. I don't think. Does he have over 40 yards in any of these past 3 games?
Yeah, has not looked very impressive, man. Not at all.
Celebrating, not taunting. Know the time, know your clock management. Yeah, that's all. Get back to celebrating though. Don't take it too serious, man.
Absolutely.
I think someone needs to tell him to lighten up a little bit.
Yeah, man, you gotta take it easy sometimes, man. You tell him he's working too hard. Right. He's working too hard.
Give him the opposite advice.
Yes,
that
indeed.
Everyone's been bashing him about the last 2 or 3 weeks.
So, ladies and gents, I'm sure people, because they're looking like, yo, man, what's going on with the timing and everything like that? Just want to get y'all heads up. Yes, I did move the time to 2:45, but we had started early because we got time. So I'm sure we will have more and more people join in as we keep this thing rolling, but we got to keep our thing on schedule because we got Henry Mondeaux pulling up at 3:00, and I can't wait to talk to the fella, man.
Yeah, that'll be good.
As we always do, let us know where you are tuning in from. We will give you that big boy shout out, and we will get this show on the road.
We got medium rare already popping in. It says 202 coming in from DC.
Let's get it. Get it.
Macaphiliac prepared for liftoff in the 613 Ontario, Canada.
Only way to go. I wonder if, since he's in Canada, is it closer to Mars from there? Versus like us in Pittsburgh, we probably got to do a little extra to get to Mars.
Yeah,
at least I feel like I do. I'm like, I'm gonna just keep going extra.
I think that's a good point.
Gotta account for that in the globe rotation and stuff. Like, yeah,
I think you're right.
Can't be wrong with that, right?
We got Jerry Kirkland says, "What's up, fellas? 804 Petersburg, Virginia, checking in."
Oh, let's go, man! Shout out to the 804.
I was gonna say that's close enough to where you're at.
No,
right?
that's right around the way. I mean, it's not like crib, but it's like an hour up the road. Yeah.
Jason Deppenbrook, Beaver Falls, PA, 45 minutes outside of the Berg.
Let's get it. Beaver
Falls is Bart Basquiato.
What up, though?
A little disappointed in the time change. He says, "Damn, what happened to the 11:30? I guess 11:30 his time."
Oh,
he says, "Already had my blunt ready."
Oh,
I guess he sparks it up as soon as we jump on.
Well, I will say this though: the 11:30, we pushed it just a tad bit. We didn't make you wait the whole 15 minutes though, because full transparency, like we always like to be, I had to do Steelers TV in between my radio show and the podcast. And, sometimes that runs a little bit over. We might have walked out of that thing at about 2:27. So, yeah, it was a little tight. I was a little nervous. I didn't want to make y'all feel like I was running behind. So I'd rather push the time back. But since we're here, we are here. Now, I'm wondering why, though, because we are live, it still says we're scheduled for 2:45, which is funny to me. I'm like, yeah, we're live right now, but it doesn't matter. Anywho, shout out to y'all. And shout out to the Normsman 7 too, tuning in from South Africa. He was up here early also, man.
Yeah.
I like the early guys too, man. Like when I see Bart Basquiat, when I see Rod Dollars, when I see was it Jason Deppenbrook, like that's kind of dope. I'm like, you know, it's like the anticipation. So y'all really are eager to see us and hear from us, man. We appreciate y'all for that, man.
The pregame for the show,
Yeah.
You want me to get a couple more here?
Yeah, get a couple.
Mike Fitz, 215 Philly. Sejan Patel, 918 Tulsa, Oklahoma. He's always tuning in. Pro Packs, the 412.
Let's go.
Jamal, 202 Southeast DC. Maxwell, Cabell, the third. 678, the ATL.
ATL,
Jesus Pacheco. San Angelo, Texas, 325, baby.
Let's get it. All right, let me hop in this thing, man. We got Mike Lang, the 336, Greensboro, North Carolina. Miles Harrington, Tampa, Florida, where it's warm at. And I wonder, is AB still down there right now, or has he officially left the state and city? You never know. You never know. What about Boss Anna, though? Boss Anna says Columbia, the 803. Peace. And I can't forget Daryl Syke. Tuning in from Hampton, Virginia, the 757, a.k.a. the Crib. Yeah, man, yeah. And AJ Martinez, the 505, Santa Fe, New Mexico. And he said he's worried about life without Ben. Trust me, we're all worried of that to an extent. But at the same time, you can't be fretful. Just appreciate what he has done and meant for us, all right? You'd rather have lived with him than have not lived with him at all. I think that's how that saying goes. Oh, and then Trina Steele, Diva 5. Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
The 404, Stone Mountain, Georgia. The 609, Trenton, New Jersey. And you better not forget about the 808, Honolulu, Hawaii. It's my little aloha dance. All right. And I think we have a super. And after that, man, we will start this going a little bit, man.
Works for me. I'll read it. Let's go, UW. Afternoon, guys. Missed last show. But I'd just like to say that Baker and Mason are both just high-end backups, i.e. Nick Foles. Baker's just Mason with attitude issues.
I don't get the attitude issue part.
Baker with attitude issues?
Because he's like not the buttoned up, be quiet, and just say what you're supposed to say as a quarterback. That makes his attitude like I like expression, and I don't feel like he overdoes it. I think at times he pays too much attention to like the social media part where like a Colin Cowherd can say something about him. He's going to run and get on it and say something back to him. Like, I don't like that part. But I don't necessarily think he has like an attitude problem or anything like that. I don't know.
Attitude problem would be like AB stuff, right?
I think, yeah, more of like that, like
going back and forth with the coach, right. Not a good team player.
Like, I don't feel that with Baker,
I mean, Odell was just more upset he wasn't getting the ball. Yeah. It wasn't like Baker was a bad teammate.
Right.
But I think you're right. Maybe he goes a little too far or makes a little bit too much of an effort to respond to some
like
of
he's
the
like
critics.
He's having to prove too much. It's like they will go away if you just focus on playing ball. That's the part with him, and kind of even with Chase that we talked about with Claypool, is like they get almost so caught up in one up in a person or trying to prove that they're not slighted instead of just focusing on their play. Because like if you focus on your play, like you're gonna be good enough that those people can't say anything negative about you. But when you focus solely on that negative, it's hard to do anything different to change the narrative around you a little bit.
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay. We're done with check-ins. We got the super chat.
Yeah. And since, like I said, since we got Henry Mondeaux pulling up at the 3 o'clock hour, you know, let's go ahead and hop into this first topic, which goes back to yo boy, you know, the COVID list. We had 2 more additions that were added today to the COVID list for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Deontay Johnson and and Kendrick Green, ladies and gentlemen. So those were the 2 individuals. And for those that don't know, I'm messing with Deke. This is anybody that was on the pod last night. They know exactly what we're, you know, because we were talking about one thing and Deke wanted to send us a different direction. But either way,
it has to do with Mondeaux's celebration.
Yeah,
being a matador.
Yeah,
I may have mentioned people on the offensive line are basically like matadors. Ole. Just letting people through.
Yeah. So we don't want any issues because we do know, that's not cool. And I don't want you to get in any physical fisticuffs. And I'm trying to be retired from that life as well. All right. So we're gonna take it easy today.
Well, I'm fine as
Mr.
long as you back me up.
I got your back, and that's what I'm saying. I don't want to I don't want to do that with that guy. Because it's gonna make it awkward. It's like inside the house. Because all part of that Steelers umbrella. We don't need that. All right. But with Deontay Johnson and Kendrick Green being placed on the COVID list today, that is a little bit more alarming to me on the heels of what we had just yesterday when you talk about the guys that came back, but you lose Joe Hayden and Keith Butler potentially this weekend as well because they're on the COVID list. Like seeing that, I don't like it as much because we know Deontay has been the most consistent and the best receiver on this team this year. I know at times people wanted to say maybe it was Claypool. To me, Deontay, as a whole body of work this season, has been the number one guy. Even the targets, double-digit targets, pretty much every game reflect that. But my concern now is when you talk about attacking this Ravens team, their biggest weakness is defending the pass. When they aren't able to match up man-to-man with guys, it forces them to not be able to be as aggressive in blitz. It forces them to be put in some bad situations, and that it was the part where we're like, man, we should thrive. But now when you're talking about taking away the guy that wins one-on-ones the best, the fastest on this team, I think that could really have a bigger impact than, Joe Hayden and Keith Butler not being out there. And then obviously when we talk about Kendrick Green, that impact is going to be a little bit different because we've saw what J.C. Hassenauer did last week. So it's more so, all right, this is at least he gets that opportunity again without the Steelers having to have this decision, this internal dilemma of do we play the guy that we've had starting all season who's the draft pick, or do we go with the guy who came off a really good game last week and we saw the team be successful?
Discussion, right? After last week, there's no way.
I mean, you would hope it wouldn't be. You would hope it wouldn't be, but how many times have we said this? We say what? You should play the best players. But then how many times we come up here and said, well, they're not doing that because of X reason, because of this, whether it's money, whether it's draft, whether it's whatever. So I definitely wasn't 100% that it would for certain be JC this week, because even last week, I tell you how surprised I was that when I saw Green in uniform, that they didn't start him, because I thought, man, if he's dressed, they're going to play him, because that's what they've been doing, regardless of how he's looked out there, good or bad, they're going to put him out there. So that was a surprise last week, but I just didn't think that if he was available and healthy, they couldn't rely on, oh, it's the calf. It can't be this. Like, that was the part for me where I thought that, they could
he was
legit
dealing with the calf anyway,
right?
Too.
So I was like, they could have legit been thinking about it, though. That was my part. So
that would have been a damn shame.
Well, you bring up a good point there as well. But that was kind of my feeling on it, man. What were your thoughts on the Deontay situation, and obviously with Kendrick Green being added to the list as well?
Well, Kendrick Green not playing, that doesn't matter, because we should be starting J.C. Hassenauer anyway. If we weren't going to do that, as I mentioned, I would have been really disappointed, because the offensive line is probably the best it's been all season last week, and J.C. was a big part of that. You saw him pushing people the correct way, opening holes up for Najee.
I like how you said the correct way. You are foul. Bro,
I'm just saying, bro.
Kendrick gonna run up on you. Oh, bro, you just said push it on the right way. Oh, my God.
I wasn't anything against Green. I'm just saying
why you
what I
the
saw
right
from JC.
way?
I'm complimenting JC. Or JD, however you want to call him.
Oh, wow.
Because that's his other nickname.
Oh, it is? I don't even...
You remember that? Last year, Washington, the announcer.
Oh, yeah. JD Hassenauer.
And Ray McDonald.
Who's this JD and this Ray McDonald? Yeah.
Yeah, they're botching up left and right.
Vance Williams. Yeah.
So Kendrick Green, out of the 4 people with COVID on the COVID list, I think he's the one with the least impact, obviously. But Deontay Johnson, I think you're right. He goes to number 1. Yeah. It's more important than Joe Hayden or Keith Butler, because he is our number 1 receiver on offense. Who's getting snaps now? McLeod, James Washington, the guy we haven't trusted really all season.
But in a funny way, Deontay not being available will actually benefit, I think, James Washington a lot more, because if they have truly viewed him as an outside guy, and if that is the case, since Claypool and Deontay have been healthy all season, it would make sense why they weren't putting James out there once Juju went down and went Ray exclusively in the slot. Now, with Deontay potentially not being out there, that excuse goes out the window, because you can't tell me that you don't view him as a slot and you don't view him as an outside guy. It's one or the other.
We have no one else.
Right. Even last week they took shots to him, but it was at the outside spot. You know, we had the one where it was the over. It wasn't over, which is a long incompletion. That's him on the outside. And I think he was on Deontay's natural side, which is that left side, right? The visiting team sideline. So if Deontay isn't available, because we know what the new COVID protocols, that could change. We just don't know right now because we've also seen guys displaying symptoms, right? And that's not even just been in Pittsburgh, but around the league now. It's been happening a little bit more frequently. I do think, though, with James Washington, he could get that opportunity to come out there and be, I don't want to say featured, but because of how you should attack this Ravens defense in terms of that secondary, I think that James Washington could have a favorable matchup in some instances because he does find ways to get separation. We talk about like other guys and how it's not as consistent. I do think that when James is out there, he gets open.
Yeah,
absolutely gets open. So I do think that this could low-key be a little bit of a blessing. Just in terms of James Washington and what he could bring from a more downfield threat ability as well. Because we said with Deontay, it's more of that like quick off the line, your slants. Every once in a while he'll give you something deep, but a lot is more short to intermediate. Get him the ball in his hands. Whereas James, he wins, but he can get you downfield as well. For me, I'm excited about that because I think it just adds another element.
You're talking me into it a little bit because what I was going to say is that how confident are you really in him taking over? Because we haven't really seen it. We haven't seen the trust in James Washington this year. But you're hyping me up a little bit. At least he could be a decent replacement, and the Ravens secondary is pretty decimated. So maybe he could have a little bit of a game.
But that was the reason why when I kept thinking, like I kept going back about like, well, why doesn't James Washington play more? I cut on tape, he wins. I cut on tape, he's getting open, but why isn't his role what it is? And that's when it really kind of clicked for me. I'm like, they just view this dude as an outside guy only, solely. Like we've seen them put Chase inside at times, but they don't really do that with Washington. I don't know why. Because I feel like when you watch him run his routes, he wins. You watch him, he creates separation. I don't care about his intangibles of what times or what, you know, in terms of was he a 4-3 guy versus a whatever guy, but it's like he wins and he knows how to run routes and he typically is short-handed. Now we know it's been a couple of times this season where he's had a drop like all these receivers have, but
he had the fumble against the Titans.
Yeah. But I just think that, man, he's a guy that for him also, he has to be super motivated because this could be his big audition to get paid somewhere.
Yeah.
That's the other part that goes with this. So everything is pointing to him. Like I said, I'm kind of excited to see what he does. And I feel like with Ben knowing how to attack this team, and now you got another downfield guy like Washington, hopefully that will make him be more aggressive in terms of stretching the field and actually completing some of these as well. Because I think that I mean, obviously it's going to help the offense out, but it would largely help Najee as well. Because this Baltimore team right now, if they find out it's no Deontay, they're going to be stacking that line. They're going to be filling that box, and it's going to be a rough one trying to run at it.
Oh, yeah, they're definitely going to try to stop the run. I do think Najee will have some success.
Yeah.
That doesn't change where Deontay ranks, though, in terms of the people on the COVID list.
Oh, no, he's definitely
he's still number one. Even if you want to say,
clear cut.
Washington, he could be somewhat of a suitable replacement.
It's still more speculative.
We could talk ourselves into it a little bit. He's still number one because without Joe Hayden, those Baltimore receivers don't scare me. We talked about that yesterday. I think with how Kello's playing, we got Cam Sutton, Trey Norwood. Like we'll be all right. Mollett coming back. It's Deontay, though. You're right. He's been our number one receiver, at least most reliable. That's even with the drops. I think that's more or less how our receiving cores, though, played this season. It's been, I think, a little disappointing.
Yeah.
I mean, Juju being hurt doesn't help, but I had high expectations for this receiver group.
Yeah, I mean, we all did. Let's be real.
Didn't live up. I mean, Deontay, if you look at his numbers right now, he's probably the closest. I'd probably even say my expectations were a little bit even higher, though. Or maybe he fit the pocket. Maybe he was right in the middle. I feel like for Claypool Deontay, definitely disappointed.
Yeah, Claypool disappointed me. Juju, obviously he got hurt. James disappointed me, but it wasn't because of him. It was because of the usage. They didn't allow him those opportunities. Deontay, though, I feel like he's right where I thought he would be. I thought he would be like the guy, but not like it's not really clear
nice
cut right
throughout the season, like close catches, like the Chargers.
It's like I feel like he's our guy, but it's not like this drastic separation between him and Claypool, if that makes sense. Like I think that Claypool is behind him, even though Claypool does give you a little bit more explosiveness with the ball, with the big play potential that he is capable of, right? Because I feel like with Chase, it's either boom or bust. It's no in between. Whereas with Deontay, you can get a lot of that in between, where it's just good quality pickups without necessarily the home run.
Game.
Right. With Chase, it's either home run or it's zero. You know, whether you're getting a big catch, big pass interference penalty, or it's this, the usual.
Yeah. Because I thought Claypool was going to emerge as the number one. Because he has the most.
I mean, he has all the talent, dude.
What do you consider talent? Because Deontay's got that 6 side-to-side stuff, but talent combined with the physical tools, he has it all.
Yeah,
just was not able to put it all together this year.
No,
it was
man,
disappointing.
It's crazy,
really
man.
disappointing. Because if Deontay has this year, and he's considered our wide receiver 2, and Claypool's our number 1, then you're saying,
nasty,
Deontay lived up to expectations. This was a
Right.
really good season. So maybe I should give him a little bit more credit for that. It was more of Claypool, though. It was disappointing, I think. McLeod, I don't even know what to say.
Well, technically, I would say he's exceeded our expectations because we did not expect him to get anything on offense. Let's be real about it. We didn't expect any offense productivity from him as a receiver.
He hasn't dropped anything.
No, and even last week, he had some big catches, a combat catch down by the goal line that actually helped us go ahead and get the score as well, man. Like I said, with him, it's just, it's capped. And that's part of the issue of why, even though he's playing and he plays well in his own vein, we're frustrated because we feel like guys like James Washington, or even if you up the targets to your Claypools and your Deontay, we just think that those guys give you a lot more ability for big playmaking. Whereas with Ray, we just don't feel like that's going to change. And we haven't seen a reason to think differently either. Like if he was having these big performances or he's, making guys miss and he's, turning a 3-yard gain into a 20-yard gain, that's different, but we don't really see that with him. So that's a lot of the reason why, people are a little frustrated with him. But we got some time, man. Let's hop in these supers real quick before we get on this phone with Mr. Henry Mondeaux.
Sure. First one, Garrett Slingerland. Am I right?
Yep, you are.
He brings up a good point. I've been hoping for this all season. Never really happened.
That's definitely a good point right here, man.
Could we finally see Anthony Miller come in to take the top off this week? He should at least dress.
Oh, yeah. Because who did we dress over him last time?
I just remember him playing in the Bengals game.
Right.
I don't know if he's been inactive, active, but he hasn't played at all since then.
He does not. So, yeah, I mean, if they dress him, this would be a great week to do it, especially if Deontay isn't available, knowing that the Ravens like the man-to-man and they like to be very aggressive at the line of scrimmage. I mean, yeah, he's definitely a guy that could potentially come in and give us that spark. But I just don't know if he's going to get that opportunity either, right? Because at this point, it's like, what have they been waiting on?
For Miller, for Banner, a couple players.
Yeah.
I mean, finally, JC got the opportunity last week, but it seemed like that was maybe a little bit more due to Kendrick Green's calf.
Yeah.
He was limited. Jack Henderson, getting a little political, says, "Let's go, Brandon."
Oh, you talking with that man? I've actually seen that sign now a couple times. I'm like, oh, wow, y'all are extra. All right.
JT Anderson. Yeah, I seen this dude at the Steeler Gang tailgate. He says, "Thank you, Deke, for taking a picture with me before the game. I was the one with the Deke and Moats hoodie. Much love to both of you."
Yo, let's go. Shout out to the culture, man. And shout out to my man JT Anderson, man. I like that.
Yeah, he showed the hoodie. Man. It was the OG one too.
Oh,
OG logo.
Anytime I see that, I'm like, yo, you a real one.
Exactly.
Like it just hit
we
different.
We saw
man.
the one chick out in LA.
Yeah, she had the OG. Yeah.
That was really cool.
That OG look, man, it just hit different, bro. And you got the taco meat out today? I ain't even peep you, bro. I was so flustered getting down here trying to work, and hey, all right, I see a little curlies over there. I see little curlies. You know, I went for my West Side people out there, man. Little Digital Underground, Mr. Hump the Hump. I do the hump the hump. I said, man, I do the hump the hump. I don't know what that is in his hand though. Ooh, let's hide that real quick.
Let's go, UW.
Mm-hmm.
He's pulling something out of left field here.
Oh wow.
Says, why not Rico Bussey?
Oh wow.
He's definitely never been active, right?
No, because it's Cody White. Cody White gets the nods.
Yeah. So he's probably still on practice squad.
Yeah.
If we haven't even caught him, I don't even know. Is he?
Yeah, it's going to be Cody White. It would be Cody White. And Cody White has had moments. I mean, in terms of just showing some nice catches and stuff like that. Obviously, we know he's still limited as well. But Yeah, I mean, I think it would definitely be Cody. Yeah,
he's been
that guy. Yeah. In terms of like when it gets down to like that portion of the depth chart, Cody's been the guy that get those opportunities on
at least
multiple occasions now.
He hasn't gotten many targets. He might have a catch or two on the whole season. That was early on.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it's nothing anything crazy.
Yeah.
You're right. They're gonna just stick with him then. It's gonna be after McLeod. Yeah, it's gonna be Claypool, Washington, McLeod, White, and who's the fifth guy? Could it be Miller?
Yeah.
I would say Miller. I mean, if they gave him the chance,
that's what I was thinking.
Why not?
Yeah.
I don't know why Miller's not above McLeod.
I would agree.
No
I do not know either. Yeah.
I think he only had one target in that Bengals game, but it was that shoestring catch that I haven't seen anyone else make this whole season.
They just said
it's a hell of a catch.
Tommy Vincent said Rico Bussy sound like a rapper from Florida.
That would be a good rapper.
It would be though. Just don't sing Island Bay. Not playing.
Steelers Girl 517 says she's not high on Cody White.
Oh, why not?
I'm not really either. I mean, he was on the show early on.
Like, what do we mean by high on him? Like, what are you expecting from Cody? Like, when you're talking about Cody and Rico, I'm not expecting wide receiver 2 or wide receiver 3 play. I'm just expecting a guy to come out there and just be competent. Don't drop the pass.
So you're not high on him either?
No. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, not
There's
high.
no reason to get high on.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what's the purpose? Because when you say you're not high on somebody, it has like a negative connotation, right? It's like, well, dang, why aren't you high on them? And I'm just saying my expectations for Cody are that, this is when you're this part of the depth chart, I'm not expecting 5-10 catch games from you. I'm expecting if he throws the ball to you once, you catch it. But you make every block you're supposed to make. You run every route you're supposed to run to the best of your ability. Those are the things. When you're on special teams, make a tackle.
We got some info here.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's saying Cody White's out for the season.
Okay.
Don't know when that happened.
Yeah.
No clue when that happened. And Rod Dollars is saying Rico is injured right now. So these guys might not even be available anyway. So definitely Anthony Miller then. If we're talking about Cody White potentially being the fourth guy, throw Anthony Miller in that fourth spot then.
Nah, without a doubt. Now, quick heads up. It's about to be 3. And because Henry is calling, I just wanted to give you a heads up. He's calling right now? Yeah. Well, I don't know. I said he's going to be calling in, so I just wanted to give you the heads up.
Well, we got another super chat we could
let's
talk about a little bit before he calls. Black Lavender. This Omarion variant, I think he meant to say Omicron. I don't know, though. He says it's going crazy.
He actually is calling, too. You keep talking about it.
All right. He says he's got everyone singing, I got an ice box where my heart used to be. Yeah, absolutely. Deontay being out is killing me. Then shout out to Russell Swartz for the support. Now we're about to go to Henry Mondeaux for this exclusive interview on the Arthur Moats Experience with Deke podcast.
Shout out to Deke slow walking that thing down. Boy, I hear you.
I gave it my best effort.
Like it. All right, Henry, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, like we said earlier today, we were going to have a special guest, Mr. Henry Mondeaux, as he just pronounced it as well. I'm glad for the clarification on that.
Mondeaux, not Mondeaux. Yeah.
So, Henry, can we get the official clarification on it? Is Henry Mondeaux, correct?
It is Mondeaux. Yeah, they I believe they got it wrong in the stadium the other night, but it is Mondeaux.
We've been botching it up the whole time.
Oh, for a fact we have, man. For a fact.
It's funny because it should be Mondeaux, just the way it looks.
Because it looks French, right? Yeah.
Yeah. It's supposed to look French. It's a long story, but we changed our last name a long time ago and made it look French, but kept the same pronunciation, so it's all jacked up.
I like it though. I did not know that. See, that's a good little nugget right there, man. But Henry, man, taking us, back to Monday night. Obviously, that was a crazy experience and good performance by you as well, I might say. But just talk about what that experience was like from your perspective, man. A guy that was in the locker room pregame with Ben, that was out there in the game, had a sack. What were those emotions like for you?
Oh man, I've been here a few years, and just to start off with the Ben aspect of it, it was a really cool experience to see how the fans came out and supported him, and some of the older guys that have been here a while supported him, and that was a really cool experience to be a part of. I've been playing with him for 3 years now, and can't say enough good things about him. So it was definitely an emotional experience, and I'm lucky to have gotten to play with him for as long as I did. And then it was a really fun game. We played a good overall team game, special teams, offense and defense. So it's a fun time being a part of that. You know, guys like TJ and Cam Hayward did their thing, and it's always fun getting in there with those guys. So it's a great experience, and it was a fun game.
Now, did Ben give y'all any type of hint ahead of time that, hey, I might get emotional out here, guys? At the end of this thing, I'm probably going to give y'all this victory lap. You know, this is going to be one of those ones. Did y'all have any idea beforehand?
I didn't personally. I'm sure some of the older guys might have had an idea, but I didn't. And so that was a surprise to me. But again, just really cool to see how the fans supported him and came out. You know, it was funny. I was joking around. My mom was at the game, and we were joking about how we'd never seen so many grown adults in one place crying. So
It was
I think
nuts,
that
man.
says a lot about it says a lot about the type of what he's done for the city and the team, and can't say enough good things.
No, without a doubt, man, without a doubt. Now, with that being the case, right, after everything that transpired, talk about the mood this week, though, in terms of the preparation. We know Ben has dominated the headways, but at the same time, y'all have a big division opponent coming up in Baltimore, playoff berth on the line as well. How have y'all been handling that within the facility?
You know, it's a lot of mental preparation this week just because we are playing to win. We are playing for our playoff lives. So a short week going into it is tough, especially with the division opponent. But it's also a good thing because we have so much film playing against them, and we have a relationship with what their game plan is going to be. They have a relationship with what ours is going to be. So we've just been taking the extra time to get mentally prepared this week.
Now, I'm going to go back a little bit. Can you talk about your NFL journey? 2018, Saints pick you up. They end up cutting you. And I think you're just at home the whole time during the 2018 season, right? You weren't on a team or anything, but then you get picked up by the Chiefs. Then you're back and forth like practice squad, picked up by the Steelers. Then you were on the squad last year and everything. Could you just take me through that journey? What was 2018 like? What were your thoughts? How did that season kind of affect you? And just take me through that story. I'm like really interested about it because you're in the league now.
Yeah.
You know?
So yeah, I've definitely come a long way. You know, I was undrafted, went to New Orleans, they cut me, and I think I was home for 14 weeks or something until I got called back to the practice squad for the Saints. I had went home, got a part-time job just to be able to pay bills and stuff.
What were you doing?
I was driving a produce truck for one of my buddies. My buddy has his parents have a produce company in Portland, Oregon, and I was driving a truck delivering produce to restaurants.
Wow. And now y'all here getting sacks on Monday Night Football. I see you. I see the glow up. Let's go.
It is a crazy experience, and I think it's a lot of right place, right time, and maybe I wasn't ready for the business aspect of the NFL when I first got in. So after that first year, I really just dedicated all my time to training, getting better, and I think I was in the right place at the right time with the Steelers, and very thankful for them giving me a shot. And I've been here the last couple seasons, hopefully a few more.
Where was your mind at as you're delivering the produce? How far is it away from football? Was there any like low points that you look back on?
Yeah, there's definitely, right after that first camp, it's kind of a, wake up call. Like, hey, this is really competitive business, and you're not the guy anymore, coming from, I think that happens to a lot of guys playing in high school and then college. And when they get to the NFL, everybody is was that player at their high school and college. So the competition is way up, and there's a lot of money involved. So there were definitely some lows and some doubts, but I never stopped working out. I never stopped being ready. And when I got a call to work out with the Steelers, I was ready to go.
Now, we've seen you align, especially here in Pittsburgh, at multiple spots: D tackle, fullback, special teams. I see you going. I see you covering them kicks. I like it. I see you pumper time. I'm like, okay, big man running. Yes, indeed. So just talk about that though, man. Do you pride yourself in being versatile? And also, how challenging has that been for you mentally to have to know all of these different spots?
Yeah, I definitely take some pride in that, just because I don't see a lot of other defensive linemen in the league covering kickoffs and playing nose tackle and fullback and doing all that. But I definitely think it's one of my strengths, and using my athleticism, I'm glad that the Steelers have utilized that in a multitude of ways, and that I could help out in multiple ways, So it's definitely a thing that I'll continue to try and do and represent. And I wouldn't say it's mentally tougher than any other positions. Football is a game where you get what you put in. So it's all about the preparation. And
now, without a doubt, man, without a doubt. Now, speaking of preparation, this is a little bit more of a funnier question, but it's a serious question because we've seen it on multiple occasions now by you. Okay. So this year you started getting some sacks. All right.
Yes.
And with that, we start to see this celebration pop up. Okay. Now, I heard when you first had your sack in the beginning of the season, you said that TJ messed up your celebration and it looked a little confusing. I'm with you. Okay. We saw it again on Monday night now. Talk about it. Are you a matador? Is that what we're seeing with this situation here?
Yes.
Okay. And what was what was the thought process behind this? Just coach us up on what's going on so we can celebrate with you.
I wish I had a good answer for you. I really should think about this more, but it was back when Bud Dupree and
Big B's
was on the team.
Yeah.
Me and him and TJ were messing around one day. I think my first year here when I was on the P squad, and I was always like, "Yeah, this is going to be the dance," and it was funny. And I think Bud actually did it in one game. We saw it on film the other day. I can't remember the game, but Bud did it once. Shout out to him for doing that. But yeah, I wish there was some deeper meaning or something behind it, but just thought it was funny and cool and unique, so went with it, stuck with it.
Hey, well, we want to see a lot more of it, so definitely keep it going, man. Definitely keep it going.
Yes, sir.
No, I want to bounce back a little bit, man, to you coming out of high school, right? Talk about that recruitment process for you, and why'd you decide to go to Oregon versus any other schools out there?
Yeah, so I had a few. I would say I had most of the Pac-12 open to me as far as recruitment goes. I considered a couple other schools outside the Pac-12, but in the end, I wanted to stay close to home. I'm from Portland, Oregon, so it was only a couple hours away. And having a program like Oregon, it's tough to be from there and get an offer and say no. So I ended up staying home, but yeah, it was a big deal for me was trying to figure out which position I was going to play, because I was a linebacker and a tight end in high school. And so I had some offers for D-line, some offers for tight end and linebacker, and I decided that defensive line was where I wanted to play, and Oregon wanted to try me out there, so that's where I ended up going.
Now, you had a couple years with Justin Herbert, and it was before he was putting up the gaudy numbers in his junior and senior season. Was there any indication that he would become who he is right now? Some story, anything like that?
Oh, yeah. Guys on the team, we knew day one seeing him throw, and like our summer workout 7-on-7 that he was going to be a special player, and really proud of him. He's doing his thing, and we guys on the team, the other buddies with him, knew the whole time. He's such a soft-spoken guy, but carries himself really well, and he's a heck of an athlete. So I remember, I think it was maybe our fourth or fifth game, they gave him the start, and he broke some freshman passing record in the game, his first game. I can't give you the exact stat, but it was like that moment on, we knew that he was going to do big things.
Now, this one's a little bit off the field. I found out that you have type 1 diabetes. Interesting, because my brother also has type 1 diabetes, so I'm interested in your story. Can you talk to me about how when did you find out that you were diagnosed with that, and how has that affected you on the football field and just your career thus far?
Yeah, so I was diagnosed when I was a freshman in high school. I think I was 15. I ended up just getting sick and got a test, had all the symptoms, and went to the hospital. It was challenging at first to get used to checking my blood sugar and taking shots and all that, but I've been dealing with it for so long now, I don't think it really hinders my performance. But if anything, I've learned more about the food that I'm eating and how that affects me. So definitely some positives that come from it, but it's just an extra step. Everybody's got something they got to deal with, and it's just an extra thing I got to do. And that's the way I look at it.
Yeah, that's exactly how it played out with my brother. I think he was in like 7th or 8th grade. So you said freshman in high school. Were you drinking like a ton of water?
Oh yeah, I was super thirsty. I was going to the bathroom like 20 times a day. I lost
that's exactly
probably
what
20,
happened.
30 pounds.
Yeah, it was really scary. And it's the same way with him now too. Like he's like really focused on his eating, and he's like probably way more healthy than he would be without having diabetes, if that makes sense, because he's always watching his health, always drinking water. So no, shout out to you. Thanks for sharing that.
No, absolutely,
yeah,
man.
Of course. Yeah, I've always tried to be as comfortable as I can sharing that, just for any other kids that are going through the same thing, to show them that it doesn't have to hold them back from doing what they want to do.
Nah, man, we're glad you're sharing that, because trust me, you're inspiring a ton of people out here, man. Absolutely. All right. So I got one more on my end before we open it up. We got some fan questions and things like that. But talk about your welcome to the NFL moment.
Oh. Jeez. I think it was probably my first NFL snap against the Titans last year when I was at fullback. It was the first snap I went in on offense or defense, and we ended up scoring a touchdown.
I remember it, yeah.
I remember seeing the fans that we had there, and the reaction from the team was just awesome. But I remember lining up back there like, don't screw this up. Like, I'm behind Ben Roethlisberger right now, like in the stands. I'm like, just don't fall on your face. Don't jump off sides. Don't screw it up. So that was I think got the butterflies out for me.
Hey, well, you executed that play really well, though.
We had a couple of vids on you after that one. They were doing big numbers. Seriously, man. They were like, who the hell's 99 out
they
there?
Like
fullback?
that.
Yeah. You were doing big numbers. Celebrity.
Now, speaking of that, though, going to the fan questions right here, Donald Copeland actually asked, did you choose your number?
Yes, I chose it when I got here, and I was I think when I first got here, I was like number 62 or something, or maybe 72. For my first camp, new, basically tryout D lineman, just give him an ugly number.
I was gonna say that number is stink. I'm gonna say that's a bad number. Yeah. I'm so glad you switched that number, man.
But yeah, once the season started, they had 99 available, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna take that. Give me a 90 number.
Now we're seeing a lot of comments in the chat about Post Malone. They're wondering if you are his long lost brother. Do you get that a lot? Then I'm guessing.
Yeah, I've gotten that quite a few times. And you know what? I'll take it. He's a successful artist. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, because I was going to confess, every time I see you or I think of your name, I instantly start singing, whatever, son.
There you go. I'm going to stay away from the face tattoos, but other than that, I'm good.
I like it. And then we had one final question from the fans. This is from our guy, Rod Dollars. He says, what do you think of the nickname Henry the Bull?
Love it.
Is that a nickname already out there, or are we just making that up right now?
Now, everybody in the building calls me Hank, so I do have a nickname.
Ooh,
already.
Okay.
Hank's solid. It's simple.
Solid.
We might need to go with that.
Sounds like a strong name too, Hank. Kind of like it.
I think we gotta go with Hank. I don't know about Henry the Bull.
Yeah,
people are bringing up the blue collar bull too.
Long.
Yeah, I mean, that's how the blue collar boys. They want to call you the Bull for some reason. I don't know why.
It's because of the celebration. Right?
Oh,
it's gotta be the celebration.
That's what it's gotta be. You're right.
Hey, I'll take it.
You're right. Well, Henry, man, we definitely appreciate you taking some time to hop on the show with us, man. Wish you nothing but success the rest of this year and the rest of your career as well, man. Definitely appreciate you, all right?
I appreciate that. Thank you for having me on.
No doubt, man.
Peace.
All right. See ya.
Henry Mondeaux, ladies and gentlemen. Henry Mondeaux. Shout out to him. Taking some time to hop on the phone with us, man. That was kind of cool, man. Hank.
Yeah, that's good. I think you got to stick with that.
That sounds like... When I think of Hank, I ain't gonna lie, I think of like King of the Hill. Yeah,
I've never seen it.
Oh man, it's a dope show.
I gotta apologize. to Black Lavender.
What happened?
He even paid for a comment and said, "Matt, is he a Madden guy or a Call of Duty guy?"
Oh man,
I gotta apologize.
Yeah, because I was at the screen. I'm sorry. Yeah, I definitely missed that as well.
I saw it like in the middle of when we were still asking, and I was like, "Okay, yeah, we got to get to that," and then just forgot because the chat moved up and everything. I apologize.
It was a lot. I should just call him right back. Like, yo, I know you still there, bro. Hey, yo, Henry, you there? Hank, you told me your name, Hank. Hank, I'm calling for Hank. You know, just let him know.
I'm down.
Yeah, it's the homie. Friend of the show now, man. He's friend of the show, man.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's go to this next topic, which is a spicy one in its own regard. So we said yesterday with the return of certain people coming back from COVID that, you know, decisions were going to need to be made, especially at that inside linebacker spot, because last week the starting group was Robert Spillane and Marcus Allen. Both of those guys played well in their own regard. Now, it wasn't perfect by no stretch of the imagination. They had their moments as well where they were on the receiving end of some bad stuff, but as a whole, they played really well. And now this week you get Devin Bush and Joe Schobert returning. So it begged the question, no different than how we just talked about J.C. Hassenauer versus Kendrick Green. And now I feel like the consensus is we want to go J.C., keep him out there. Is that the same consensus? Is that the same sentiment for inside linebacker? And this is for the chat as well. I mean, I if you want, I could put a poll up. Y'all let me know. But yeah, I'm really interested to feel like what is the temperature on the inside linebacker spot, because they have struggled a lot this season. The play has been below the line a lot this season, to the point where we've had to talk about both of those guys now in very unsavory ways as it pertains to their productivity. So yeah, where are we at now, man?
It's a fair question to bring up. The thing that sucks is that Bush was playing a little bit better than he was the rest of the season.
Okay.
These last couple games before he went on the COVID list. Man. Like, do you think if Bush was in last week, we look that much worse on defense? I think it was more the Browns' offense.
See, we're saying that now, but that's after the fact. We can't do that.
I know it is.
That's after the fact, and we're saying it in a way to minimize what Spillane and Marcus did. If Spillane and Marcus Allen don't make the plays that they make, we're not saying that Browns offense looks bad. We're saying that, man, we couldn't stop them again.
Here's my thing, though. Yeah. Spillane and Allen have been inconsistent as well.
Okay.
It's not like with JC and Kendrick Green. Kendrick Green, we've seen him the whole season. We haven't seen J.C. Hassenauer, really, outside of like spot duty, I think, early in the year.
But that's the exact same thing about Spillane and Allen. We're not going to act like those guys have played this large amount of games this season. They probably have played the exact same amount of games, especially Allen. He's probably played the same amount of games as J.C. Hassenauer.
Time, snaps.
Right, especially like defense. Because like Allen plays a lot, but he plays on special teams. So he's going to always show up in terms of stats, in terms of snaps played. But it's special team snaps, not defensive snaps. So we have not seen a ton of Allen. Spillane, we started to see more of on third downs, but that was because of what? Devin Bush's play. So we haven't seen a ton of negativity from Spillane and Allen as compared to, you know, with Bush and Schobert, where at times with Bush, you could make a highlight video. It's not good. Like a low light video.
Schobert hasn't been that bad this year.
No, not Schobert.
Not Schobert. Like, do you think he should be starting though? Like right off the bat? Or does it depend on the combination?
I personally think it depends on the combination. Personally. But I mean, what would you do? How would you want it?
I'd just go back to Bush and Schobert.
See, I don't want to do that. I would much rather either stick with Spillane and Allen, or I'm going Spillane and Schobert.
You don't even want Bush.
What is he going to bring that is better than Spillane right now? He doesn't play the run better than him. We know the coverage is the same for both of these guys right now.
Coverage a little better for Bush.
When? Don't tell me just because he's a better athlete. When has he been better in coverage? Now I know. I'll retract that. What was that?
Like I saw enough from
2
games.
games. Correct.
Even
Correct.
In the Browns game where it's just like, Bush hasn't been getting torched that much. Outside
You're
of Eckler,
You're right. Because he did have the PBU that would have forced. He should have had the NO. Was that Tennessee? Yeah. So yeah, Coverage wise, he has been playing better.
He's just been playing a little bit better overall these last couple games. I would agree. COVID list. That's why I was a little bummed out. I wouldn't be opposed to pulling him quick, though. I think you give Bush the chance.
But see, that's my thing. If I'm going to be ready to pull him quick, why am I even putting him out there then? If I'm ready to pull him quick, I don't want a guy that's going to be out there on eggshells.
Just because he was playing good before the COVID stuff.
But I don't want a guy that's going to be on eggshells. Because if I tell him, hey, as soon as you mess up, I'm going to pull you, what do you think he's going to be thinking the whole time? He's not going to be thinking about making plays. He's going to be thinking about not messing up so he don't have to worry about Spillane coming in for him.
Are you telling him that before, though?
I feel like it's...
I think he just do. I mean, it's the last game.
I feel like he has to know. He has to know because it's already been displayed that he's on a short leash. Because we've already seen that been happening as well.
That's what I mean. Why should it be any different then? Like, you just got to go out and perform. You know, this is all high stakes stuff. You got to be built for this.
Okay, so you're playing the Ravens. What do the Ravens like to do on offense? Regardless of who's their quarterback.
They do like to run the ball.
Who is the better run defender?
Spillane. Yes.
Is it close?
No. Yeah, no, I wouldn't say that. Yeah, Spillane, when he's out there, he gets in the holes right, makes the tackle. Yeah.
So for this game as well, knowing the stakes, you have to win. Win to at least get the opportunity to get into the playoffs, right? You know, Baltimore, they are limited because of the quarterback situation, which means they're going to do what? They're going to come out and try to run that ball even more.
Better for matchup purposes, even.
Because I feel like
I know if you want to rip on Bush and just say no, I don't want him in because of how he played, how inconsistent he's been all year. That's one thing,
right.
But then this might just actually be better for the matchup. Then maybe we play someone else in the playoffs, and Bush will be better for the matchup.
And that's kind of like my thought process because it's like I'm not saying that Spillane is a better player than Bush, but he has a defining characteristic that he excels in that Bush struggles in versus an opponent that we know that's their identity has been. Regardless of whichever guy's at quarterback, that's their identity. And regardless of whichever linebacker, Spillane or Devin Bush, if either one are matched up against Mark Andrews, it's going to be a problem anyways. So at least give me the guy that I know I can count on this element being an improvement, an upgrade, versus me having, a mismatch here if you cover Mark Andrews. And I'm not going to get the downhill thumping, big play run stuff that we're getting, or at least that we keep seeing from Spillane. That's really my thought process with it.
So who's with Spillane? Who's your other guy?
I kind of like Schobert, but at the same time, I'm not against if you kept Allen out there because Allen is a better athlete than Schobert.
You could cover Andrews a little better.
Well, I personally don't think any of the dudes covering Andrews.
We need to double.
I want to double him. I want Minka over there with it in some capacity. But the thing that I like about Marcus is what I keep seeing now. Like I told you, these past 3 games, right? Minnesota, Allen was struggling in terms of Hollywood and getting up in the line of scrimmage, but tracking that running back as he goes behind the line of scrimmage, screen plays, burst onto routes. We saw that, and it looked bad at times. Kansas City, we said, man, Marcus is improving in this area.
You think it's just been experience?
This game right here, this last game, if you go back and watch it, man, Marcus was killing these screens. They were trying to do a lot of screen stuff early on and even late in the game. But Marcus, for some reason, because he finally understood that, hey, if I just make it look like I'm blitzing this guy, if I just follow this guy and make sure I can get there, I can make plays. And he made a ton of those caliber plays where the rush is all there. And if they get this screen pass off and it's completed, Nick Chubb going to be running for some time. But because Allen didn't track it over there, he's messing up the time and he's messing up the rhythm of it, or he's making the tackle himself. You see him late in the game, he slips the block, goes on there, make a shoestring tackle. That was big. That's the stuff that I haven't seen Joe do. I haven't seen Bush do that. I haven't seen Spillane do that. So for me, that's the other part where I'm like, if I got this taken care of in terms of the run game with Spillane, well, who's the better of the coverage guy? Who can do of what I need accomplished? Who gives me that? Allen right now looks like he's giving me that. So that's the other reason why I'm like, I'm not as sold on switching it. I'm not right now, even though those guys have been the starters. Because
the starters and the bigger names.
Right, because it's like if they would have been playing to the point where, hey, the defense might be struggling, but it's not you guys, that's different. Like, think about what the defense struggling. We never said it was TJ, it was Highsmith, or it was Cam. We never said it was Mika. It was like, oh, man,
pretty much
these
the
guys.
linebackers.
Right.
Pretty much Bush and, a guy or two on the defensive line at times.
So for me, like, when I'm thinking of all of those things, that's why I keep getting stuck on this dilemma of, do I go with the bigger names, the money, the draft stock? Or do I go with the guys who are coming off of a productive game, a really productive game versus a team that wanted to run the ball?
Yeah, you're right. And the Browns, I would say, have the more formidable run offense compared to the Ravens right now.
They do.
Ravens are a little different because some of the read option stuff.
Right.
But you bring up good points. I mean, you sold me, actually. Sure. Stick with them.
But even me, I'm still like not even 100% either way yet. That's my problem.
It could
bro.
go bad.
Yes,
it could definitely
because
go bad.
because remember when I said I was like, man, well, both of those guys, they had their moments, right? So I got plays where Spillane excelled in the run game and got cooked in coverage, and
we saw that.
But then I also
last
have
week for
plays
sure.
where Allen excelled in coverage, but then was getting cooked in run game. I'm looking at you think about the first big run, right? Nick Chubb had the 20-yard run. That wasn't on anybody but the backside linebacker, and the backside linebacker on that play was Allen. Because part we talk about with Devin Bush is like, hey, if you're not, ahead of it in terms of cheating your alignment or just fighting like a son of a gun to get over top, you cut off the backside pursuit. But also you're, in terms of the run fits, they're anticipating or banking on you being on the other side of this blocker. And on that particular play, the guy got up and caught it, he cut him off. And now you don't have, so when you get Spillane forcing it, he's trying to send it back to him. He's not getting over there. That's some of the stuff, but him and Devin struggle with that because they're lighter guys. Mm-hmm. They're built for more speed and stuff like that. So that is the part where I'm like, it could go bad if they climb up on him like that. Because I know he doesn't have that in his wheelhouse just yet. He can develop it down the line, but right now he doesn't have that. So that's the part where I say, well, maybe Schobert, or do you go back to Bush because at least Bush was starting to understand that part a little bit more.
He was playing better.
So that's why it's like I'm not as so either way just yet, but I know I don't want whatever group I settle on, I don't want it to feel like they got to be on this super short leash because I know as a player, it's hard to play like that, man. It's hard. And even though they don't have to
that's what I'm willing to do. Right. I'm willing to just, all right, you're not working these first two series, just switch it. That's why I don't find it as that big
because
of a deal.
Then what happens is this, when the group you put out there goes out there and say they struggle, and what you're going to do, you're going to say, you know what, I'm pulling you guys back out, and now you got to go back to the group that you just pulled. That's
it's a mess.
You see what I mean? Yeah. And they will know, they will have an identity of if that's the thought process with practices. If they're out here and they're splitting these reps 50-50, they know, okay, we both, hey, all of us on short leashes if we all get reps like this. If they're going out there and it's like, hey, Spillane and Allen, y'all are going to get, of the 10 plays for this period, y'all are going to get 6 of them. Bush and Schobert, y'all get the last 4. If it's like that, that's different. But if you're talking about, hey, you went for 2, you go for 2. You went for 2, you go for 2, they're going to know. At least it's very short. And you're going to get out there and some guys play tight. Now, some guys, it helps them. Some guys, they play better when they're under that pressure. But I have seen it where guys tighten up because they're playing to not make a mistake. They're playing to not get benched. And it's hard to excel when you're thinking like that.
Well, with Allen, as you mentioned, he's similar to Bush because lighter frames. Do you feel like you were getting better effort, though, at least from him? Because I could just tell in your voice. You were excited about him breaking up the screens or doing some of this extra stuff.
Because the effort is there, the speed is there, and he plays like he wants to make plays. Even when he's wrong, even when he's blocked, he looks pissed. Even when he misses a tackle, he looks like, yo, I let you guys down. Whereas this is not just me. All of us have seen the tape with Devin. At times, it doesn't look like he's as emotionally invested. That's nothing new. We all seen that, bro. So, so that's why for me, I'm just like, okay, if it is even, I kind of want to go with the guy that at least looks like he cares, like it means a little bit more, even if it doesn't. It just looks more authentic. You see Marcus from start to finish, me kicking his leg up, he flexing. Like anytime he's around the ball, if he knows he made the play, even if he didn't make the tackle, he's like, yo, I pulled up this play so that guy can make the tackle. Let's go. Like, I like that energy. I like it because it lets me know he's committed, he's invested, and he understands that, hey, I'm doing my job, but I'm also, while me doing my job, it's helping the big picture out as well. At times, I don't know if Devin, if he's not making the play, if it means as much to him. Because when we see him and we look at his body language, it just doesn't scream like a guy who is hyped to be out there at times. So, yeah.
What does this game mean for Bush? 2022. We're not picking up his 5th-year option. There's no way.
Whoa, you have really changed your tune on him now. Wow.
There's no way. I'd still like to give him a chance, though.
I'm saying, but what made you change your mind, though, about his option? Because for a while, I feel like you had like a lot of grace and a lot of like...
For Bush?
Yeah, whereas for me...
I still do. I still think you give him a chance next year. But his play hasn't warranted 5th-year option. No way. I think we all can agree on that.
Like I said,
There's no reason to do it either, because if Bush plays well next season, then you could just sign him to a contract after that, tag him, whatever it is. There's just no reason to give him the 5th-year option, though.
Yeah, because maybe, I mean, in the sense, the decline of the 5th-year option would be more of a wake-up call to him. Kind of like what we saw, not to the same extent of like Edmonds, but in the sense it at least lets you know, like, all right, I got to play better. I got to step it up even more. Like, let me go out here and put my best performance out there, right? They know what it is. I know what it is. Let's go out and have a season. Whereas if you pick up the option, now you kind of lie to the guy. It's like, hey, we're not happy with your play, but we actually are happy with your play. Here, this is the guaranteed 5th year. Like, it sends a mixed signal. So that's the part where when we talked about this offseason, we're like, man, in the midst of everything that was going on with Devin, whether it was the social media, whether it was the in and out in terms of practice availability and stuff like that, and we're like, bro, this is a big year for him. Like, he has to go out here and play really well. And it's just, I just don't feel like he had that urgency like he would have needed to. And I do think if they decline it in terms of that 5th-year option, we will, or at least we should see more urgency from here this offseason coming up.
Yeah, because I'm just trying to think if Bush doesn't play this game, or if he does, how he plays. Like, this doesn't impact his
I think you
future,
still,
game.
you still keep him next year regardless.
Yeah.
But in terms of, could this game sway me one way or the other in terms of how soon I draft an inside linebacker? It could.
He would have to play good, though. Like, really good. That's
what I'm saying.
Maker. If he plays bad, it's just more of like what we've seen most of the season anyway.
Then we're like, hey, we're going to draft the guy. Don't worry about it. But if he comes out here and looks at least like what we thought he could be, or at least like his rookie year, then now you might be saying, okay, instead of me feeling like I got to get a guy in these first 2-3 rounds, maybe I could wait to the 4th or the 5th. Like, that is the part where I'm saying to myself, like, that part maybe, but he would have to do a lot in this game for me personally to change that, because I'm not a guy that after one game, I'm like, oh yeah. I believe it. I believe it all the way. Especially for him, because we've seen so much of the other this season.
For sure. Even though it was pointing in the right direction, Titans game, last couple of games before he got the COVID. Yeah. But I mean, even one of those games I'm kind of talking about was the Vikings, and like that was terrible on the ground. But he had the stuff in the second half that kind of helped us get back in it with the pass deflection, led to the pick, had a nice tackle, I think, in there too. But outside of that, Titans game looked decent. Not much else. Exactly. Not too much else. I mean, early in the season, I liked what he did in the Bills game, but it's just been a whole kind of mess in between that.
No, it definitely has, man. All right, so looking at the poll,
you convinced me enough.
It's tight.
I'll go with Bobby.
It's tight, but 54% do have that they would like Robert Spillane and Marcus Allen to be the guys this week. They would go with them versus Schobert and Devin Bush. It's a little interesting, man. But I'm sure the performances of those guys in terms of Bush and Schobert throughout the whole season, even though at these past couple of weeks they've improved, I think that people are they tired of it, and it's one of those things where if we're going to criticize Kevin Colbert, the coaching staff, for their continuing to put Kendrick Green out there over a guy like J.C. Hassenauer, who we have clearly seen, he can do this at a better clip. If we're going to get on them for that move, we would have to get on them the same vein, in a sense, if they continue with the Devin Bush and Schobert thing versus guys that we at least have seen play well, or at least do something well out there. So,
yeah, it was a nice little performance last week.
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
What do we got next?
Hi.
Bills, stack paper.
Stacking that paper. You got to stack that paper. Come on now, baby.
Oh, I got a good one.
All right. Yeah, I had to take this picture on my phone, man. Usually I got it on my computer typed up nice and neat, but
Do we
it's
have
one
any
of them
super
days.
chats we're missing?
Actually, yeah, good call on that.
You want to do that before?
I see. Because
Jesus.
Actually, you know what we ended on? We never finished it. Black Lavender. You were about the
Call of Duty?
Amarion. No. The Amarion / Amarcon variant.
Oh no, I read it. I read it all though.
Okay. I couldn't.
As you were, because you were talking.
So you were good.
Hank,
okay,
you were talking to Hank.
Yeah, I was talking to Hank. That's what we call him now, man. All right, and we have Russell Swartz. Showed a little love. Black Lavender. Okay, so we are at
Jesus Pacheco.
Yep, that's where we're at, man.
Deke, when you gonna run me in a Madden match? I'm on your Twitch. Oh yeah, I recognize the username.
Okay.
Jesus _P22. I always say when he's in there, I'm like, oh man, we got Jesus in the house.
Hey, hallelujah.
This Twitch stream's blessed up.
Yeah.
No, we'll do that at some point for sure. Appreciate that. I didn't put 2 and 2 together. Like that's your username. That's
it does make sense though, right?
Name
Jesus
on the Google account. Okay. Cool. Now I know.
Yeah. Did he ever say if it's pronounced Jesus or Jesus?
It might be Jesus. I
Because
keep on saying
I
Jesus.
keep saying Jesus, you keep saying Jesus, and I'm like, I'm getting real religious in here. You know?
Yeah. Explain that in the comments.
Yes, please.
So I could make the right pronunciation.
Yes. If you are Jesus, we will call you Jesus. Hallelujah.
Russell Schwartz. How about rotating all four and see which pair has the best game?
I'm not against that, but I do know as a player who's been a part of rotations at times, it can be difficult to get a rhythm. Like not everybody, in terms of like younger guys, it can be a little tougher on them as well. Like I said, it can be beneficial because you get different looks by those guys, but at the same time, you try to sub them in situations where they would excel. You would want Marcus Allen out there in passing situations. You would want Spillane out there in run situations, Schobert in, run situations, hopefully, like that type of dynamic. But like I said, when you're rotating guys, whether it's package base, right? Nickel versus base versus dime. If you're rotating guys on a series by series, or you get 2 series, then you get 2 series, like all of that, man, it can have a negative effect at times on your players because you're trying to, number one, okay, am I up this is my series? Okay, now I got to get the engine going. You hyped up, you fired up. Oh, all right, balled out 2 series. Now I got to sit for 2 series. Now you get cold again. All right, now I got to try to get the engine going back up again. And just the communication of information, right? When you're out there, you're setting guys up. You're gathering information every single play. Hey, man, I hit this dude like this. Now he climbed up fast. All right, well, maybe I want to head fake him this time and go back door. It's hard to do that when you saw him 2 series ago and then you don't see him for another 2 series. By the time you get back up there, it's like, oh, I got to reset this and fill him out again and then set him up again. So that's the part where I just feel like with rotate all 4, it can have a little bit more of a negative impact than we would like.
Kaza says, Moats, I like Allen and Bush. Got to get 410-443 SN. I don't know. Did he put his social security number out there? I don't know. I think there was something on Twitter where AB tweeted a text.
Please don't tell me he had a social security, bro.
His bank account, I think it was. His bank account number. Then he deleted it.
Like the account number?
Yeah, I think so. He tweeted out. It was in a text message, but he had it in there. Yeah. Then he deleted it. You didn't see his whole message?
Bro, I didn't read that. I saw it. I did not read that, bro. I saw the pictures. I saw the long statement.
No, not the long statement. Yeah. He tweeted out one with Alex Guerrero where he was saying like, hey, AG, man, since we're not working together anymore, can I get my $100K?
Yeah, can I get my money back? Yeah, I saw it.
Guerrero says, yeah, man.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, man.
I'll get it back to you. Let me know where to go.
I'm like,
it's like, wait,
what?
You're painting Guerrero as a good guy that's about to return your money? How is this a shot at Guerrero?
I don't get it because they said he took a shot at Guerrero and Brady. I'm like, just you know how media goes.
But then he said something about Brady after he tweeted like, all love for like Brady and everyone on the team, top down practice squad. He was like, the management's the one that mishandled this.
Yeah.
Kind of talking to Bruce Arians, but then Bruce Arians had his rebuttal today in the press conference. Yeah, there's a big back and forth.
Now I saw the NFL PA say they're going to look into the claims made by Antonio Brown. I will just say this, as it pertains to the injury stuff, regardless of how legitimate it is, because everybody is injured in the NFL level, and the injuries in terms of needing surgery, everybody goes through that as well. The problem for him in terms of proving it, and the problem for him in terms of having a strong case against the Bucs is he dressed and he went out there on that field. That's something we always tell young players in general in training camp. Hey, anything hurt on you to the point that you're not healthy, don't show up on this field, because if they cut you, you have no answer. You have no rebuttal. You have no leg to stand on, because as soon as you go on that field, you're essentially telling everybody in the organization legally, I'm healthy enough to play. And if you're healthy enough to play, then you can't come back and say, well, I'm injured. I got to have surgery. I got this and this, man. I need to sue. I need money and all that. That's just how it's a cutthroat business. But literally, this is why as a veteran, we would always get pissed with organizations last week of training camp right before the regular season. We would say, man, y'all know we just had this preseason game. Y'all know it's a short week. Y'all know we got roster cuts. Y'all know y'all can make this cut right now before we come to this meeting, before we go to this practice, and these guys will get out of here with no issue. But y'all send them dudes out there knowing that y'all gonna cut them. Knowing these dudes is limping, wounded warriors, and we like, bro, Your hammy hurt. Do not go out. No, I got to, bro. It's cut week. I got to make it. Bro, they're setting you up. Don't go. And you see it. All the young guys going out there. And as soon as they go out there, they limping around, looking a little iffy. All right. Practice over. You start seeing the guy. Hey, tapping on. Hey, coach, want to talk to you. Coach, bring your playbook too. Hey, you. Yeah. Oh, it's a short. Hey, come over here with the 70 number. Yeah, you defensive back with number 70. Yeah, you definitely come over here. Like, that's what happens. So for AB, you know this. So even though it may, and I do believe he probably is legitimately hurt. Cool.
Yeah.
But you can't show up and play in the game. You can't be dressed because as soon as you're dressed, that null and voids that.
Here's what Arians said too. He was never given the indication that AB wanted to sit out during the game because of the injury. Like, he was aware of the injury beforehand,
because he was still playing. He had catches. He had yardage.
He said if it was the injury as to why AB wanted to sit out during the game, he would have went to the Bucs staff in the middle of the game to like almost report it, say that yeah, this is an injury.
Because he would have to technically, because in the NFL we know you got to have injury report and they got to update it during the game and you would see it on the scoreboard and stuff. Yeah,
Arians said that never happened. And then Arians also said that AB said like, give me more touches at halftime in the locker room. So he thought that's solely what it was about.
Yeah.
So that's why he said, that's why I caught him on the spot, tell him to get out of here.
Yeah.
And that's kind of all what ensued. So there's this whole back and forth because AB saying like it's about the injury, but if like there's no awareness that it was the injury and everyone else thinks it's the targets.
And if you say out your mouth, and I don't want to do because we weren't in that locker room. But if we're gonna take AB for his word, we got to take BA for his word. So if BA is saying that you were hollering for more targets as well, it's like, I know I've seen you get upset about targets multiple times. Practice games.
Like
I've seen
Rob is TB's boy or something like that.
I've heard similar comments made. I've seen it firsthand, and you get that awkward look like, was he talking to? He's talking to you? And that's not Deke on pointer. Is that Coach Deke? Oh Lord, yeah, okay. I saw him. So hearing both sides, I'm sure there is some truth in both of them. Like I said, AB, he probably is legitimately injured. Is he injured enough that he couldn't play? Probably not. But right now, you do have to make that claim because for him, he's trying to do damage control. He's trying to save face because of, once again, the actions that he took. At the end of the day, that's all it comes down to. Injured or not, it still does not justify you stripping and carrying on like that. Like, that's the part for me where I'm like, regardless of who said or did what, that part can't happen. Like, Deke, at the end of the day, that's what we're talking about, right? He's not the first guy that a coach has said, man, you got to go out there and play if you hurt. He's not the first guy. I've done it. We've all done it. He's not the first guy. He's not the first guy that might have been pissed off about his productivity or his usage. I've been pissed off as well. He might not be for a fact, he's not the last guy to say something towards a coach. Deke, I've said something to my coaches before when I feel like I should be out there more. We've all gone through it. But what I can say is none of us is stripped, taking it all, pieces, jumping to the end zone. Nah, bruh. Nah. And then after that, you go sit courtside. The next day, I'm like, bro, what? Like, nah. So regardless of all these other variables and all these other reasons of how we want to justify it to save face, it still does not take away from him throwing a temper tantrum in New York. Like, come on, bro. And at the end of the day, that's what it is. That's what it is. It's not about any of this other stuff. That's what it's about.
I think this needs to be brought up too. I know Bruce Arians and AB had kind of a rocky relationship before he signed with the Bucs, but Brady kind of convinced Arians like, yo, come on, let's sign AB. We need him. Yeah. Whatever. I mean, Arians had every opportunity to cut him even this season, but he knows that the Bucs need him, especially with the Godwin injury.
Even after the COVID stuff.
That's what I mean. Like, the vaccination card, he could easily cut him. He's like, no, he's my guy. He's helping the Bucs. So I feel like it would really have to be something that ticked off Arians or to the point where he felt like he could cut him on the spot.
Because if you're being real about it, the
Bucs need him, and there's been a lot of opportunities this season they could have cut AB.
Between this season or even having Brady try to convince Arians to bring him in, when you're talking about what you're trying to convince him to overlook, even that was a justification of, hey, man, if I just say heck no, or he comes and I'm like, nope, I don't want him. Like, it would have been fine. Everybody would have understood it. But like you said, man, he's been very, very graceful, very, very empathetic, like Brady wanted from him. And I'm sure it's sometimes sympathetic as well. But at the end of the day, man, how many times are you going to allow a guy to not be held accountable? How many times are you going to allow a guy to carry on and do what he wants? And then everybody else has to just, you know, hey, we're going to just hang on with you. All right, we're going to be quiet and just keep rolling with you. Like, nah, eventually you have to make him be accountable. Eventually you have to say that, hey, man, this isn't worth this. You know what I mean? But it's the NFL, so we shall see.
Because they still need him. I mean,
yeah.
That does
That's
not
the
help
thing.
their team at all.
No, but to me, that I was good. I was at least glad to see that, hey, Arians, you're not going to enable him anymore. That's good. I'm sure it's plenty of people. I know you already said you would love to. Plenty of people want to enable him. I'm cool on the enabling. I'm tired of that. So, yeah. And then for me, I'm also tired of, all right, we're going to enable him, but then we're going to have this overpour of sympathy and feel, oh my God, how could we? Because he did. How could we? Nah, because if you keep repeating the process and keep expecting different results, we already know what the definition is. And yeah, that's what you are. You're an insane person. So I'm cool on that. I like to be sane.
Oh, we got a couple super chats coming in here.
All right, what we looking like? What is looking like?
So we got our upper room. We could do that one at the end because I think that's the only one. Let's go, UW says, so Moats, how much has the bad run defense possibly affected Bush in terms of his performance? I do think that is a little bit something.
I think it's a part of it, but I also think that he's a part of it as well, though. That's the only thing. I do feel like at times when we talk about the D-line and their performance or the run defense being down, we will try to say it's more on one party than the other. I don't think it's on one party more than the other. I think all those guys have played equal roles in it being bad. But not everybody was the 10th overall selection. Not everybody did we have an expectation for that they could help elevate the play of some guys. That they could, hey, man, if we're missing these guys right here, hey, you know what? He's a good enough player that he can make up for that. He can close that gap. That's the part with Devin that we thought we would get. We didn't get that. And then it was getting to the point where we weren't even getting just your basic fundamentals of the position. That's the reason, you know, where a lot of people are where they are in terms of their feelings for him. It wasn't just D-line only. Like, he's had his role in that as well.
I'm seeing people in the chat trying to give Bush the Ebron treatment and package him in many trade deals.
Oh, man.
What do you think his trade value is, though? Do you think there's teams out there, Bush first-round pick, top 10, didn't watch the whole Steelers season, willing to take the chance? Like, could it be a third-rounder, fourth-rounder?
If
like
y'all,
if we just did a
this is my
trade
thing.
Like
if people in Pittsburgh don't believe in him to that extent where they're ready to trade him, why the heck would anybody else be like, oh, he's so valuable? Y'all drafted him 10th overall. Y'all moved up to get him, and y'all ready to move on from him in 4 years?
Linebacker.
Y'all want to move on from him in 4 years, and y'all gonna try to sell that to me? Oh, okay, yeah. Hard pass.
They're saying two
Hard
first-rounders
pass.
and Bush for Rodgers.
You're like, man, if he's that valuable, why y'all want to get rid of this dude?
H&M Tavy just giving us some support.
No, we
Amos
appreciate you, man.
Kuzule. So who do y'all see as the next QB in Pittsburgh? We'll find out.
Amos, that is the $100 million question. We keep flirting with talking about it. The biggest thing is this, man. There's still a lot of variables that are at play right now. Within like the next 2 to 3 weeks, though, we should have a lot more info in terms of just who's likely coming back, retirements, stuff like that, because it's not as cut and dry as just who do we see as the next year as quarterback next year, because it could be a free agent veteran if other positions are more of a need in draft. It could be a drafted guy.
That's the thing. It's not just one guy.
Right.
And you're right. Even with drafting guys, it's multiple guys.
And then you still got the in-house part of it as well. So it's a lot that can happen, but we'll get a lot more clarity in these next couple of weeks, because then we'll start knowing who's back, who's this and that. And yeah, like I said, it just simplifies it a lot more for us. But we're definitely going to keep talking about it though, Amos. You know we got you, baby.
H&M Tavy. We should do what Belichick did and sign a lot of free agents in the offseason and add depth. I don't think we need to get a star QB, just a solid one. I mean, Mac Jones did help Kenny Pickett, I think, in his case for getting drafted this year. If you're a solid team, Kenny Pickett could do the Mac Jones role for sure.
Without a doubt, without a doubt, man.
So if we did build our team around and somehow Pickett slips to the teens, it could work.
Yeah.
Because I like him better than Corral or any of the other guys they're talking in the first round. I think Pickett's clear-cut ahead of those guys. The one that's interesting to me, though, is Carson Strong from Nevada. He's kind of interesting. They got him as, like, second round now. He might sneak up to the first. Looks like he's got some arm talent. Got the build, too, like 6'4". We'll talk about it, though. We'll talk about it more.
Because I'm hoping the more I watch, because like I said, I haven't deep dove into all these quarterback guys just yet, the college prospects I'm talking about, but I just hope that when I do, they will sway me in a better direction. Because what I have seen thus far, I ain't gonna lie, I don't want to hand the keys to any of them just yet. But I'm hoping it change. Maybe the more I watch it, I will change my opinion. So stay tuned. Stay tuned.
But that's how it always goes. Not just you. I mean, even the NFL teams. You get enough time here. You watch enough tape.
I gotta watch more tape on the dude first, man.
You gotta talk yourself into someone.
Yeah, I watch more tape on the guy, man.
Bortles is going 3. Trubisky at 2.
Oh, stop
I'm
it,
serious.
bro. Stop it.
That's how it happens.
Yeah, that tape, man. Because
just give yourself a couple months without actual football going on.
Well, and my thing is this, though. At times, I do think that it's a better evaluation because you don't get caught in the moment. That's for me why I do it. Because I know a lot of people like, oh, this guy's in the Heisman race. Oh, this guy, their team is winning. You just feel close. You feel the energy. You just get an attachment. And at times, you get too close, you're not able to see it the way you need to, like in terms of perspective. So that's why for me, I like to just wait till all that
on your board.
pomp and circumstances get that out the way. Dropping on my board, like
your big board. Hey, man.
He's been a lot higher on your board than he has been on my board. I think that's been very clear all season. You've been high on this cat from the beginning. I like him. I just, like I said, I don't.
What about comparison to the other QBs?
But that's what I was just saying. Like I haven't watched any of those guys to that level just yet. It's like I've watched maybe a game or two here or there, but that's not enough for me to come out here and say like, "Hey, this is the guy." You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying right now.
Have the Deke and Moats big board though. At some point.
That happens. Like I said, once the season ends, we get out of this part of it, then I can start working on those guys over there, man. Otherwise, I ain't gonna have no life, man. I mean, my folks be mad with me, like, "Yo, man, you always recording, you always watching tape, you always doing this." Like, man, what's up with us? I don't need them problems, man. I like a happy home. So yeah.
Well, going back to 2 questions ago, we got Let's Go UW saying, assuming Watson is cleared, how y'all feel about this trade? A 2022 and 2023 first, a 23 second, and a 23 fifth. Claypool, Tuitt, Mason, or Snow for Deshaun.
If I'm Houston, I don't want that.
Wait, are we throwing Claypool, Tuitt, and Mason, and then Claypool, Tuitt, and then is it Mason or Snow? Holy hell!
Why the heck? If I'm Houston, I don't want that. 4? I don't want any of that deal. If I'm Houston, man. Yeah, if I'm Houston, I don't want no part, 0 parts of that deal right there. Because you it's a robbery, bro. You robbing. My boy said in 2022 and 2023, I can't even get. Nah, man, I'm gonna need more than that. Nah,
that's 2 first. What you think he's gonna get? Like 3
bro, it's
first.
Deshaun Watson, bro.
3 or 4 first.
If he's cleared, like we're talking about him even now, and this is with allegations because of how dominant, how good of a player he is. You clear him, bro? Come on, man. You can have every team in the NFL. Well, not every team, but a lot of teams in the NFL want that man. And that deal, man, I think Madden will reject that deal right there. You know, that's not good at all.
How many first? You think it's got to be at least? I think
3, but if not 3,
and then plus a couple seconds.
I think yes. That whole 5th and the players like, I'm good on them dudes, man. Like, nah. So you give me Claypool, who we already know. You give me Claypool, where it's already been up and down productivity, and we know a little bit maturity element there. To it, we don't know in terms of his availability, and that's just not this
maybe
year.
Maybe that's to try to make the contracts work, though, too.
Yeah, but it's like if you use, why do I want to take on that? I got it, man. If he's cleared, I'm playing Deshaun. I'm trying to play him. Where's somebody get it? I guarantee.
Oh, he doesn't want to play there, though, too.
No, he doesn't want to play it, but I'm saying if you're Houston, you for a fact can get a better deal than this. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I don't know if he's saying like 3 of those guys or if it's just one of those 4. I don't know.
I got what you're saying.
Mike Lang.
Hey, but hold on real quick, though, because Tommy Vincent, man. Tommy Vincent has low-key been in the chat, and I like when he does this. He says, man, it's 119 likes. He's like, yo, we got to hit this like button.
Yeah.
All right, so every once in a while when I see Tommy pull up in the chat, you know, sometimes it's Jacob, sometimes it's Rod. Every once in a while, you know, somebody's like, yo, we got to get these likes up. They're not liking the like situation. So if the group, if these Galaxy travelers out here, in particular, this upper room member isn't enjoying the like situation, well, day going, man. We're a family here. All right. So we get the mics up. Get the clicking it. All right. Thumbs up. That's what the culture needs. That's what YouTube needs. All right. Deke broke out the taco meat for y'all today. Remember that. And that was after the late night. It was a late night, dude. Actually, now that I think about it, it was late. It was late. We got that content to y'all, man.
Dude, this offseason is just going to be complete chaos. The names that I'm just seeing pop up, it's Ian Book. I'm seeing Jameis Winston.
Bro, it's going to
Russell Wilson.
It's going to be crazy
Trubisky,
as heck, bro.
Watson.
It is going to be crazy as heck.
It's going to be so much, man. Someone brought up Ian Book.
Yeah, bro. First, yeah.
People are getting creative.
We're gonna I promise we're gonna get to all that. We're gonna get to all that. All right. But let's hurry. Let's get this Mike Lang one, and then after that we'll get the stack your paper and then transition to the picks.
Love the show, fellas. Quick idea: have an upper room member join the show live for one topic. If it sounds good, I go first. Keep up the good work.
I like these. I like the recommendations though, man. I like it. I like when we,
you guys are invested.
Yeah, man. It shows that they're really
Tyler
caring
Huntley's
about
being
it.
brought up now too. Andrew Luck.
So
Blake
I forgot
Bortles.
who it was. Somebody was bringing up Tyler
Chad
Huntley
Henne.
since it's like 2 weeks ago. It's like, yo, Huntley's the guy, yo. Might want to look at Huntley. I can see Huntley. Just like I ain't
Luck coming back. No, that's something.
Didn't you say the text message right? I thought you was on that.
That was the Colts though.
Yeah.
I don't know how we could. I think he's not coming back.
Well,
here's the thing though. Wentz has played. Oh man.
Uh-oh.
Wow. Yeah, that'd be a conversation. Right
would
there.
be.
If Luck wants to come back, do you stick with Wentz? I know Reich likes Wentz. So I mean, Luck might be looking for a new team.
Well, hey man, Pittsburgh's not that far from Indy.
I would take that move for sure. I think everyone would.
Even after what, a year? It's been 1 year or 2 years now for him.
2.
2 years. 2 years away from the game.
At least 2.
Yeah.
That'd be 3. This will be 3.
Coming up, right? Yeah, you're right.
Retired before 2019.
So you would be fine with 3 years removed?
Yeah. But yeah, that's what I mean. I don't think the Colts would take him back.
I would need to see it first. Yeah. 3 years removed, that's a long time, bro. That's like if it was 1 year, it's different. 3, that's I'm sure he's probably more healthy though, which would be huge, but 3 is a long time to be away from ball, man.
Brandon Wheaton.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
gotta stop this. All right, let's get this. Let's get this stack our paper, man. All right, because we going down some names. We gonna have plenty of fun with that in a couple of weeks. Okay, plenty of fun with that. But for the first,
Ian Book's the one that really got me.
No, the fact you just
I
said
feel like
Brandon
that's
Wheaton,
serious.
that was
That's
like,
probably a Notre Dame fan that said that. Probably.
Hey man, pair him with Chase.
That's probably why they brought it up too.
See,
No, we're good.
You got 2 on the D side, man. Oh, Notre Dame reunion.
No,
Yeah.
we don't need that combo. Running the Steelers.
I'm
We're
all
good.
the way cool on that combo as well. All right. So, as we do when we talk about stacking that paper, first one I want to bring up, man. Steelers. Steelers getting it done, right? No, excuse me, not just getting it done, but the spread first, right? Because we know right now they are a 6-point dog. That is pretty substantial.
That's disrespectful.
It is in a sense, but not at the same time. Just when you think about the new COVID guys, right? In terms of Deontay Johnson, Joe Hayden, those are 2 substantial players. And you just think, right? For example, if those 2 guys aren't out there and Lamar were to play and be healthy, that would be the swing of points. At least that's how I interpreted it. But with that being the case, me and Deke, we both don't agree with that, as y'all heard with our score predictions and just ultimately how we broke down what the Ravens do well and what they struggle with. So when you're talking about the Steelers +6, that is a hefty cushion. That is something that could be very enticing to you if you looking into it. But Steelers +6, it's -110 on the line. So a $20 bet will win you $38.18. Now I like that a lot. Okay, because as I always tell you, some people like to go out there and play and throw the dice out there. Some people like to throw the dice out there with a little protection around them. +6 is the protection. Okay? Be smart. Stay protected at all times. All right? Otherwise, you got to go to Walgreens. But with that being said, the next prediction or the next stack your paper bet that I really am liking. So if I said +6 is -110, Steelers money line.
Mm-hmm.
That's the part where I'm really intrigued, what I really get excited about, because once again, we both had the Steelers getting the win. Now, obviously, it could change a little bit just with some of these pieces, going out now with the addition of Deontay. That might have you a little, backing off. But if not, if you still feel like the Steelers can get it done straight up, Well, those odds are plus 200. So a $20 bet will win you $60. That is awesome value, especially if you think that they can get it done, which I do feel like they still should be able to, but it's going to take a lot more, a couple more things that got to go their way right now. But that's definitely something to be intrigued and be looking at. All right. I'm going to do one more then you got one you want to hop in real quick?
Oh, it's up to you.
All right,
I'll go whenever.
All right. I'll just knock these out real quick. And
go for it.
You. Okay. So these next two I kind of like because I always try to give people the, variety. If you believe, show you believe. If you doubt it, show you doubt it. But either way,
fake fans.
Put your money where your mouth is. The real ones, put your money where your mouth is. The fake ones, put your money where your mouth is. But Steelers, team total points over 17.5. That's one that I always kind of enjoy, like just depending on where they set those numbers at. And then I always like to see like where is that set in relation to our score predictions as well. But at 17.5, the odds are minus 105. So a $20 bet will win you $39.04. To me, I like that also a lot just because I do think that, number one, on paper, statistically, this Ravens secondary is the worst in the NFL, 32nd in terms of passing yards allowed. So that is a huge issue. Now, we also know that Najee's coming off a very impressive performance. So if you can get a situation where you're able to run that ball and force these corners to have to hold up out there by themselves without help, it could get a little interesting for us right there in terms of scoring points. So that is one that I really like. But if you're looking at the new information, Deontay potentially being unavailable, you're saying to yourself, man, you know what? Ben is over. He's washed. He's not going to score any tutties this week. It's over. Well, Deke would call you a fake fan. I would just simply say, take the under. The under is 17.5. So for minus 125 on those odds, a $20 bet will win you $36. All right. That's what I would say. If you are of that, that thought process, that mentality. All right, and then my last one before I, turn it over to Mr. Parlay, Mr. Thursday Night himself, man. That's what no
Thursday night game.
I know. It kind of sucks. But my last one, I still believe in this defense. I still believe in TJ Watt and the fact that, he's going to be juiced up, ready to break the sack record as well. So, Baltimore Ravens total team points under 23.5. Okay. I do not envision, even if our offense can't score.
That's a great one.
They're not scoring 24 points on us. Okay. So under 23.5, it's minus 105 on the odds. So a $20 bet will win you $39.04. To me, I love that one because, like I said, I just do not see it. If you're talking about limited Lamar with the ankle, if you're talking about Huntley being out there, I just do not see how they're going to be able to score to that level in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if we're questioning our inside linebackers a little bit, what's it going to look like? Still love our edge rush matchup against what they got, and then you include Cam Hayward. I know we're missing Joe Hayden. We still got Mink out there. We got Witherspoon playing at the league level. So yes. I do really like our defense. I like that one. That's a good
big
100.
love, man. Big love.
Dude, how about last week whenever I gave my stack your paper pick, Steelers money line, Deontay anytime touchdown. It was really nice odds and everything. So I hit on that one. I actually gave good advice. Yeah, man. What do I do when I'm at the stadium? I'm drunk. I combine that with 3 other picks to make this huge parlay. Why couldn't I just keep it simple?
And you would have been fine, bro.
That was it. That was Steelers money line, Deontay anytime touchdown.
Even the Najee over 50, you would have been fine with that. You got greedy. Not even Pat.
I just kept hitting parlays.
Pat, I didn't mind the Pat one. Pat was kind of fluky. You talk about 25 yards, he got 22. That's a fluke.
Dude, Ben over 225 though. On the home night, like you thought that was a given.
That's overzealous. No, bro. I did not think 225, bro. It was 226. It was set at 226. Wasn't the line was set at 226 for him? Right?
I don't remember. Because whenever we were doing them, they didn't have the player props up yet. I don't think.
Right. No. But I'm saying when we were in state, I remember looking. I thought it had to throw for over 226 passing yards.
That's what it was. Because whenever you do the same game parlays, you can set the alternate.
Yeah, but I'm like, that's like Ben hasn't done a lot this season, man. That's all I kept thinking. I'm like, man, Brown, they got a decent secondary too, bro.
60 attempts or something.
Yeah. Take the over in attempts, not the over in yardage, man.
Nah, they didn't.
They did it. I was looking for it though. I definitely was searching for it.
So if you guys took my advice, if there was just one of you in the chat, you could thank me, but I didn't even take my own advice.
Now, our people are concerned about you. The Cookie Monster, more importantly, he says, Deke, did you get your wallet back?
No, called 2 days in a row. They didn't have it. They said Second time I call, yeah, we have 2 men's wallets here. I'm like, oh, wow, that's even better than the first time because they didn't even have anything.
You're going to get $100 on somebody else's card,
This
huh?
has to be me.
Yeah.
This has to be me. Gave him my name. Waited a minute. Nope, sorry, we don't have it. So I'm going to have to make my rounds here, call up the bank, get a new card sent to me. What's good, though, is with the app, you can freeze your card. So I froze that night, so there's been no extra charges outside of that $100 that was spent.
Somebody got a nice tip, man. It's cool.
That might have been it, too.
Hey, let me get a $5 shot and a $95 tip.
It might have been the bartender. That just,
hey, somebody left a card
Let me
here.
do this for myself, you know?
Sometimes you got to treat yourself.
I think that's what it was. The big parlay, though. This is the Steelers make the playoffs parlay. This is something I've been eyeing up since Monday night ended.
Here it is.
Jacksonville plus 650 to win their game.
Ooh.
So DraftKings has them as a big-time long shot. Mm-hmm. But there are movies that are made for sports miracles. Literally, one is called Miracle.
Yes,
so anything can happen.
This is true.
Combine that with
a movie
Steelers.
Called Miracle and anything can happen. Yeah.
Combine that with the Steelers money line, as you mentioned, plus 200. $10 on that for a $225 payout.
Bro, that's nuts.
Simply $10. And that's you believe in the Steelers are making the playoffs. Jacksonville wins at plus 650. Parlay it with Steelers plus 200. Or if you want to get a little extra on it, $20 for a $450 payout.
Yeah.
That could be wins all around for you on Sunday. It's worth it. Just put the $10 or $20 for the Steelers to make the playoffs.
That's legit worth it. Like, that don't hurt you. Yeah.
That's what I'll be doing on Sunday.
No,
I don't know which one I'm going to do, 10 or 20, but
yeah, I think I'm doing that. I'm going to tap in. It's because it's just worth it. There's value on it.
Might even try like a parlay with Trevor Lawrence and Big Ben on like yards or something. Who knows? But
yeah, I'm seeing people saying that they're gonna use your card. Actually, they're gonna use your card for some of these bets. Quan Black said he about to order all the merch in your name, but he's not gonna use the promo code Moats either. I was like, dang, bro, that's cold blooded. Shoot, Tommy Vincent said his wife noticed you on Monday Night Football. He told her she had to get out the house. Hashtag Big Deke energy. Like, dude, you know how it is, man. She started
acting different.
Yeah, she was like, "Where's your taco meat at?" He was like, "Whoa, what you mean?" She's like, "Where's your stash?" Whoa, what? What you trying to say? She uttered 13. Whoa, get out the house. You know, that's how it goes sometimes, man.
I think she liked the Pirates beanie too.
Definitely was, bro.
She was wondering where his Pirates beanie was. But no, that's my pick. I think that's sweet. I think we laid it out there pretty good for the sports book and what people should be looking at this weekend for bets.
Now, Jesus Pacheco says, we can't bet in Texas yet.
I know.
Hey, that does suck, man.
I remember I was going to lay some money on.
That does suck, yeah.
Was it the Cali? I forget if it was the LA, but the one up in Green Bay for sure. I was trying to put a bet on that before.
Yes,
it worked out because I would have lost money.
Yes, we both would have, though, because I was doing similar nonsense. Yes, I'm with you 100%, man. Yeah, and what was the other thing? Oh, man. Well, yeah, that does suck not being able. Well, it's probably
we
better.
Take it for granted here.
Yeah, we do. I think
there's only how many states?
Yeah,
10 states.
But with DraftKings though, shout out to DraftKings. You got the their fantasy football thing, their fantasy football app. Yeah, so DraftKings fantasy football. You use the promo code Moats for that one. You get your little, little deposit bonus money as well. It's not one of their days, but that is something that you could do that does not necessarily involve the day-to-day, the sports betting side of it, but you still get a chance to put a little green and get a chance to win a little money as well. So that is an option. Alrighty, though.
Ready for the picks?
I am, man. I am. Did you do the research to see where we're at? Because I do not remember, bro. I just feel like I got washed. That's all I kept thinking.
No, it wasn't bad. It was not bad at all.
You said it, bro. I don't know, because this is my problem. I tell you, on game days, man, if I'm like, well, just in general on game days, and especially because that was on a Sunday and we played on Monday, I don't, like, I'll be watching these games and I'll be feeling like, man, which team that's going again? It's because I'll be all,
Well, some of them we did.
I researched too hard, bro. Yeah.
No, you're all right. So we went into last week. I was up 4.
Nah.
My final record, or the final record for us, was I won 4-3 last week. I'm gonna go over the games. Just as the recap. Maybe this will spark your memory a little bit.
All right.
Michigan-Georgia game.
I remember that one. Yeah.
Chiefs-Bengals with the points.
I lost that then.
No, you won.
I won with the points because you won Baltimore with the points, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Baltimore with the points, plus 5. I got that. So right now, I'm down 1-2. But this is where I get my charge going. Titans Dolphins. This was straight up. I got that one.
I remember that one. Definitely remember that one.
Steelers Browns. I had Steelers.
I remember that one.
Colts.
And funny thing, I remember being mad with myself too because when we finished our recording here, the following day I had to do my other radio show, and I definitely had switched my pick
to the Steelers.
I did, and I was like, "Don't even worry about it." But I was left to us the whole time, and I was like,
I gave you the chance too.
I don't know. You're good. You're good. Trust me, you're good. But I was left to us. So I was like, man, I did switch it up. I did. I felt I was a prisoner of the moment. I did, and it worked. It worked that time. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm getting water stuck in my throat here.
It's all right. Better than. Never mind. Just keep going.
Colts -7 versus the Raiders. You got that one because you had Raiders.
Yeah.
I had Colts -7. And this one was a bad one. Seahawks -7 Lions.
Oh, yeah.
I had Seahawks.
Yeah.
you tried that Lions
was bad,
+7.
bro. That got gory. I ain't know that was their farewell up there too, huh? Yeah, I ain't know it. That was a better farewell.
So then, I got 4-3 then. So now I'm up 5.
Yeah, he balled out right there, bro.
We got and you know what?
Yeah.
You know Nolan too. He was asking me, he's like, "What should I do, Wilson or Huntley for my fantasy quarterback?" I was like, "Dude, I know Huntley's playing all right, but which one are you gonna be more mad about?"
Right.
If you start Huntley and Wilson has a good game, you're gonna be way more pissed as opposed to starting Wilson and he doesn't play as good. Huntley goes off because you're just trusting the better guy.
Yes, without a doubt.
And he was like, "Dude, good thing I took your advice."
Yes, without a doubt, bro.
It was a lucky guess because you never know with fantasy, but just go with the stud.
Yeah.
Because then you don't have to be mad at yourself.
I would agree with that, man. I definitely would agree.
You ready
with
for
that.
these picks?
I am, man.
Okay.
And it's what? It's fourth. Oh, this is perfect timing too, man. Let's have a little fun with it.
This is going to be interesting because we don't know who's playing and whatnot. I tried to do some research beforehand, so I'll give my best effort on the news that I know of, at least for certain teams. Chiefs, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was going to say the only new update I just saw was Joe Burrow is not playing for the Bengals this week.
That's a fact. So I was even trying to look up Chase and receivers. They don't have anything.
Mixon is out with COVID, but they definitely just popped up on the screen that Burrow is not going to play. Yeah, and I think Rodgers, have they gave a hard statement whether or not with Rodgers? I don't know. He's probably going to play.
He wants to play.
Right, but they're not. The problem is I think they have to play him because otherwise you're sitting there for 2 weeks. Because they got the bye.
That's the weird thing.
Yeah, so it's like you're gonna play. I just don't know how much.
That's what the Colts with Peyton Manning had to deal with a lot.
Yeah,
and they would come in the playoffs, wild card games
because you're flat. Man, I'll tell you how we felt. We thought we wanted that bye week. We thought we could handle it. We could not handle it for 2 reasons, but we could not handle it. Yeah,
Fournette was a monster that game.
He was.
Ready for the first one? These are 2 Saturday ones. First one is Chiefs at the Broncos. Chiefs -10.5.
Chiefs still playing for something.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm going
Chiefs got to go, yeah. They definitely.
You don't want Broncos with that points, though?
No, you should take the points, man.
I'm good. I'm good on that,
They're going to be on a mission. They have to win this. And they finally had their little streak broken, man.
Yeah, so they're going to come out a little motivated. Mm-hmm. Trying to lay it on the Broncos.
They had a couple streaks broken, actually. I think, first loss for Andy Reid in December out there now?
Really?
Yeah, because they were like 20. No. They were like because under Reid was like 20-something, 22-0 going into that game versus us. When they're talking about just in the month of like December.
That's even without.
Yeah, or so, it was like either just December or November, December with Mahomes as or something like that. Yeah, but they were like they had never lost this time in. I'm like that's nuts. So for that to have just happened, they're gonna be fired up, ready to go.
This one's a stupid one. I hate this one because both teams are in the playoffs. They're not playing for anything, but they're both good teams. Yeah. Eagles at home +5.5 against the Cowboys. Dak's playing. It looks like they got their guys.
How much can they
outside
move?
of Micah Parsons?
Like, how much are they moving though?
Eagles. I'm
I
pretty
feel like
sure
Eagles have way more to play for.
Eagles have a ton of injuries though. Or they have a ton of guys on COVID at least.
Yeah.
Let me list them off for you. Now, I don't know if they're going to play, if they're going to get a late
they got
activation.
Hurts is their guy right now.
He's probably going to play.
Yeah.
I mean, Goddard's on the COVID
they're
list.
saying no Hurts? I don't know if Hurts is playing
Is
or
it
not.
official? They got him listed as questionable.
Yeah, that's my thing. I'm like, I don't know if he's out there.
He shouldn't play. I don't think anyone should play in this game. I don't see the point because Cowboys already have the division locked up. They have Fletcher Cox on COVID. It looks like Maddox, McLeod on defense. Like they have a ton of dudes on COVID. Dallas Goedert.
So we're gonna pick this game.
Kelsey's on COVID. Their center.
So you should take them, and I'll take Cowboys.
I don't want anything to do with this one. I'll take the same pick as you.
I cannot stand you. All right.
Eagles have so many injuries.
Nah, they do. All right.
And Hurts should not play.
He should not.
Dak shouldn't play. I don't think anyone should play in this game. There's no
especially
point.
because all of them are going to be playing next week anyways. Yeah, those guys. None of those got buys.
They're not playing for anything. The division's already locked up. So who knows? Do you want? Are you good with skipping that one?
For the sake of,
You could make your pick. Go ahead. Who's your pick?
I guess I'll go Dallas.
Right,
if I had to be unbiased and just pick a team that I don't
Dallas
care
too.
about, team that I never had a rooting interest for, I'll just go Cowboys, I guess.
Here we go, though. Here we go, right here.
Mm-hmm.
Jaguars plus 15. I didn't think the spread could get any worse. Was it plus 15? Was it 14?
No, I'm not giving you points. If you take Jacksonville, I am not giving you points. I'm just throwing it out there now, bro. I am not giving you points.
Jacksonville. Let's go.
Okay, I'm going Colts. Yep. Yeah, we no spreads for that one, bro.
Did I give you a freebie?
Yeah, that's
Steelers, Ravens.
Hopefully you win it. I hope if you win it and it's because of that game, I will be so happy.
Don't lie.
I'll be so happy, bro.
No points.
Yeah.
Steelers, Ravens. Well, Ravens -6. We both have Steelers, right? Unless you want to change your pick. Yeah, new information, I guess, right?
I do have new information. That changes some stuff for me, yes.
No Deontay.
My problem is this.
No Green.
This is my problem. I want to pick against just for the sake that I think I can get another dub to close the gap on us. But at the same time, I just don't want to do it because it's Ben's last game. I would much rather go down with the ship for Ben's last game. So I'm going to continue to stand by my pick, even though, yes, new information, no Deontay, that changes a lot for me. But because it's 7, I got to go down with the ship today.
Is your pick going to be different on the next show, then?
What you mean?
Are you going to go Ravens on the next show?
I don't have a show tomorrow. I'll be good.
Okay.
All right, I'll be good. The show that I'm doing tomorrow will not ask me for my prediction. So I'll be fine. Okay.
Still Davis Mills down in Texans?
I think so.
Plus 10.5 at home against the Titans. Titans are playing for that 1 seed, so I'm going Titans straight up, obviously. I don't know if you want to mess around with the points, though.
I'll take the points. I don't have a choice right now, right? Paul, asterisk it. Because depending on what else we agree or disagree upon, I might come back to that.
Texans.
Yeah, just with the points if I needed to. Like because right now I don't know how many games we got against each other.
Yeah,
that's
just
what
one.
I'm saying. Yeah, so if that ain't gonna help me, I'm gonna have to take some chances. It's kind of like pulling the goalie at the end of the game.
I'm giving you that Jaguars one. That's that's huge bonus for you. This one's interesting because the whole Rodgers situation. Lions at home plus 3.5. Only plus 3.5 against the Packers. They have to assume Rodgers isn't playing, even though he's saying he wants to.
Who do you like?
I'll take Packers.
All right.
Like if Jordan Love play, like if Rodgers doesn't play, let's just scratch it. Or no, if Rodgers does play, I'm sorry.
What?
If Rodgers does play, let's scratch
it. Yeah, if Rodgers doesn't play,
give me Packers with Jordan Love.
Okay, can I get the 3 points though?
No.
It's set for 3.5. I just want 3. It's set for 3.5. I'm not asking for that.
Rodgers isn't officially out yet, so this is
right. He could come out there and score at the beginning of the game, and now Detroit trailing the whole time.
Oh no, you just want even if Rodgers plays, you want the 3.5.
If Rodgers plays, I want more than 3.5. Nah, we ain't doing that now. It's Rodgers. We know what that looked like. He about to go ahead and get another MVP back to back on us.
I think that's what he's trying to do. Is just
I do too. Yeah,
kind of keep some momentum going before the playoffs. What if I gave you 6?
I'll do that.
Because maybe he might leave at halftime or something.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah,
6.
Because I don't think he'll play the whole game, but I do think he's going to come out there and try to get some more, like you talk about for that MVP. He's going to come out there and try to get something going. That means they're going to be aggressive early on. That means Detroit could be down early on, and
I'll do the 6.
Yeah,
I'll take
that
Packers
works.
then. Packers -6 for
that
me.
works then. I'm with it.
Plus 6 for you.
I'm with it.
Bengals on the road against the Browns. Browns are favored -6
without
no Baker. Yeah, no Burrow and no Mixon for the Bengals.
Mm-hmm.
This one's interesting.
You don't like Cleveland though, so I'll take them.
You want Cleveland at home?
I'll
Who's
take
the Bengals backup though? Is it Finley still?
I mean, Finley did beat your boy head to head.
We're not doing any points or anything with the I'd want my +6 though. I guess if I'm taking the Bengals.
Let's see who the quarterback is, man.
Oh, Brandon Allen.
Ooh, did he beat us?
No, it was Finley.
No, we played against Allen, though, didn't we?
Maybe.
I feel like we
think
played
there was
against
a Lindley and
Allen,
a
bro.
Finley.
Yeah, I feel like we've had a little. I don't know.
He might have been in for a little bit.
Yeah.
They may have pulled one of those two in one of the games. Lindley, they pulled him and put Allen in.
Talking about when they was blowing us out. Which one is that?
No, this might have been the Duck College's
Oh,
comeback.
got you.
Cincy.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a weird quarter because they benched Dalton in the middle of the season.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
They benched him. They brought in some randos. You want Browns with Brandon Allen?
I mean, you got the AFC North champs.
Dude, look at all this COVID though. Look at all this.
Bro, it's just COVID. Remember, they got the new rules. They can come back faster now.
Yeah, all these dudes are on COVID.
They can come back faster now. It ain't no biggie.
Bell,
But they could come back faster, bro. You already
Trey
said it,
Hendrickson.
man. You said that ain't even no big deal, man.
This is why the spread's that. That's why. No, I can't do it.
All right, I was gonna try to get you. I'm sorry. You're right.
Giants at home +7 against Washington football team. Ah, jeez.
Who do you like?
I don't want to go with the Giants. They are a dumpster fire. They might be worse to bet on than the Jets right now. Because Jets would have even covered against the Bucs last week.
They would have. They
at
definitely
least.
would have. Yeah.
Giants are just a dumpster fire.
What's
Washington
the
football
spread, man?
team isn't that much better.
It's 7.
It's +7 Giants
All right. Well, give me the +7, man.
at home.
Let me get the +7.
I can't do that.
It's gonna get ugly anyways. Let me get
Washington
the +7,
football
man.
team's a dumpster fire too. Though.
Nah, man. No, they ain't. They about to get a new name, bro.
Hopefully it's the same. I saw their jerseys. I don't know if this is the official jersey league, but it
I
looks
saw
like
a
it
couple
could be the
leaks, though.
same. Okay, maybe.
Because I saw the one, the website leak where it's like Washington Admirals. Yeah, it was like a WashingtonAdmirals.com, and it redirected to the Washington football team's like legit site. And then I guess it was either USA Today or New York Times. They went and tried to like do it again, and then it started redirecting to a total different like charity website. All of a sudden, like a couple days later, yeah.
Give me -3 for Washington.
I don't want if it's -3. Nah, I'm good, man.
-6.
Nah, I need the 7 because that's gonna guarantee you got to win by 8.
Oh yeah, if not,
Yeah.
it's a wash. All right,
Right.
I'll do that. I'll do Washington.
Okay,
Let's
cool.
do that.
Let's do it then.
I think Giants are just a mess.
Yeah.
All right, Vikings. 2 other teams that are messes. Vikings at home, -5.5 against the Bears.
You don't like Kirk Cousins at all, so you should definitely take Chicago.
Give me the points. I'll do it. +5.5.
Vikings are favorite.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Is it Minnesota? It's in Minnesota.
it's in Minnesota.
I just hate the fact that this ever evolving COVID and who's available, who's not. I'm like, yo, who is available? Let's just double check. Let's just check because I
Bears
feel
are gonna be
like,
rolling with Dalton. They're gonna be rolling with Dalton, but I already
Right.
knew that coming in.
But I like Dalton though. Dalton still plays well.
No, it looks like Bears are pretty healthy.
Okay, let's see Vikings.
Vikings, I gotta assume they're getting Cousins back
Because he's missed.
because there's no way they're favored. Then he's back.
Okay, because that's been because wasn't it Mom?
Looks like
Did
they
go
got
with
a
Mom
couple
last
guys
week, or
on the
they went with
line.
The other guy?
Darisaw on COVID list. That was 3 days ago.
Okay.
Ezra Cleveland, their starting left guard, COVID list. Outside of them two, it looks Kendricks.
Linebacker. So they got some big pieces on their
Kendricks,
side too.
3
there.
days. 3 days ago. Yep,
Okay.
COVID list.
You know, I'll still go Minnesota.
Okay,
We'll go Minnesota.
fair. Yeah, because the other two are questionable.
Yeah.
Dantzler and Pierce, those are probably just like
Yeah.
nagging injuries or something like that. Let's just
Yeah,
questionable.
I'll
not
go
COVID.
Minnesota then. We'll be straight.
I got the +5.5 for
Whoa,
Bears.
we doing that now?
Yeah, yeah.
You want the 5 for that?
Yeah.
You do.
We that's what we were kind of talking.
That's what we're talking for that one day.
Yeah.
You really want the 5?
Yeah.
Why you want the 5?
I think that's fair.
You think that's fair?
Yeah.
So I got to win by a touchdown with them? Like, come on, bro. Or
We
it's
did the
like,
whole
come on.
Washington football team spread. So
But that's
we might
because
as
both
well
of them
do
were
it.
like bad teams. This is actually like a good team.
Both teams are. Bears are
Both
teams,
teams, but both teams are definitively better than the football team and the Giants.
Yeah, Washington.
Yes,
They're
yes.
competitive in some of their games.
Man.
I'd say Washington's the same as the Bears, pretty much.
When Heineke's out there, but it ain't been Heineke lately.
I think he's in. But that's why I was just like, all right, I'll take the 7. That's fair. But Bears, yeah, I don't have Fields. Come on. I don't have their starter.
You got Dalton. Dalton plays better.
They have no weapons on offense.
Dalton plays better. Dalton runs their offense better.
I'd rather have Fields. I'd feel better about this game with
Just
Fields.
because you rather have him, the better quarterback is Dalton right now.
You taking the 5?
I'll give you 4.
How about let's just do 5?
Because it's 5.5, right? I'll do 5. That works.
Let's do 5.
Yeah, we'll do
All
5.
right. Rams at home against the Niners. Both teams are playing for something. Rams are playing for the division. Niners are playing for their playoff spot. Because if Niners lose and the Saints win, Saints will get in, I think.
Yeah. And then Rams are what? They're trying to get the 2? No, are they?
They're trying to get the NFC West. I don't know where they can
I don't know
move.
how high they can go up. Yeah.
-4.5 for the Rams at home. Rams look sketchy against the Ravens.
I know. I swear I was
Stafford
thinking that,
forcing
bro.
some stuff. They look good because they were going up and down the field pretty easily,
Right.
but the
I
Stafford
asked myself,
turnovers.
would it be different if it wasn't a pick 6 on one of those turnovers though? Like the first one is a pick 6, you're in a hole.
The one he just clearly forced to Beckham.
Right.
Triple
It's
coverage.
like 3 guys. Heck yeah.
I'll go Rams -4.5.
You go
I'll-
Rams
I'll-
-4.
I'll take the points too. Yeah. I'll even do that.
I'm gonna stay Rams. I don't want to
Okay.
touch that. Yeah.
Bucks at home
Dang, they got dysfunction. I'm gonna go Tampa. man.
-8.
I give you the points though, because I know it's kind of crazy. I go
Panthers
Tampa.
+8.
I give you the 8.
I got Tampa -8. You want Panthers +8
No. I got the Bucks. I said I'd give you the points though.
for Panthers?
Yeah.
No.
I will give you the points.
No.
They
I'm
don't
good
have
on that.
AB anymore. The band has been broken up.
No, I'm good.
It's
on that.
the team is in disarray. If you can give me 12 points, I'll take Panthers.
I'll do 10.
No, I don't want 10. I need 12.
I can't do 12
Bro, why not?
because Jets covered
They
last
just
week.
smashed them, bro. 2
Who?
weeks ago, the Panthers. They just smashed the Panthers like 2 weeks ago. That's the game where AB had like 10 catches, whole ton of yards and all that stuff. Yeah.
AB ain't there. I'm going Bucks, but I can't. I could do 10. I can't do.
All right, I give you the
12.
10, bro. I give you the 10. But can I get 11? Can I get 10.5?
No, 10.
Can I get 10.5?
No,
10
10's
and a
good. I think 10's good.
I can't get 10.5, bro. We just talking 10.5.
That 0.5, no.
God,
I know what you're trying to do there.
Just give me
Because 10 at least washes. I see what you're doing. Okay, here's something here. Bills playing for the division. -16.
Let's go Buffalo.
At home.
Let's go Buffalo.
Jets +16.
Let's go Buffalo.
You give me the points. I'll do Jets.
I give you 14.
I'll do Z-Dub.
I
No,
give you
I need
14.
16. +16.
I give you 14.
No, that's fair. This is how the sports book's laying it out. Let's just do the 16. Come on, dude.
All right, let's do it, man. I don't even care. Let's do it.
Yeah, I gave you the Jags, right?
No,
you gotta
ain't
believe
giving
in
the
Buffalo,
Jags.
right?
Nah, it wasn't a double spread like that either. Chill out.
We're doing 16.
Yeah, I get it because they're gonna win, and we'll see if they get the 16. But if I'm gonna go down, I'm going down with the ship. I'm going down with one of my guys. I was going to say my guys. Yeah, I had to clear that up. Real quick.
No.
I'm going over both of my guys. You heard me. I said we still gonna roll with the Steelers with this new information, and I'm over here taking Bills +16. Like I'm just going down with where the Cardinals at. What's the Cardinals at? What's their line? I'm gonna take them next. All right, what we looking
They're
like?
in 2 games.
Okay.
Actually, yeah. Let's do the Seahawks card.
Yeah.
I want to jump the gun here because Seahawks +7 away at the Cardinals. I'm taking Seahawks.
You are?
I am.
Okay.
I want those points though too.
No. You
You got to give me
on
some
that,
points.
bro.
You got to give me some points.
If I give you 3.5, you know it's gonna be a close game. It's gonna be a 1-score game.
Yeah. Give me.
We know that. I give you 3.5.
Yeah, give me 5, 5.5.
It's not even gonna be that big of a spread either way. We know this.
I need 5.5.
3.5 is a ton, bro. I'm taking 16 with Buffalo. I could give you 3.5. We can. That sounds 16 in the NFL is just
Yeah, but it's against the Jets.
who just were competing with the Bucks with
I know,
AB out
I
there.
know,
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
still the Jets.
No.
It's still the Jets.
The
though.
Jets are still. They still have a lifeline. They're still out here competing.
Well, I'm taking Seahawks, so
I want you on
I'll
that.
take the 3.5. I'll take it.
That works.
Whatever.
Then. All right, that works.
Because if you aren't going to take the 7, I
Yeah.
want to take the Seahawks because
3.5,
I
that
think
works.
Russ,
Yeah.
like kind of last game, Seattle, Arizona's banged up here and there, and they
I
just
can dig
don't
it.
feel right. Arizona just has not
Yeah.
felt right over these past 5 weeks to end the season.
No, you're right, and I think part of that is because of what's to do Hopkins. You know, they're still trying to figure that out because he opened up that offense. He gave them another dynamic that they've been missing since then. So yeah, I mean it's going to be interesting, but 3.5. I like 3.5.
3
man.
more games. Dolphins at home +6.5 against the Patriots. I'm taking.
Hold on, say it
Patriots.
again.
Dolphins at home,
6.5.
plus 6.5 against the Patriots.
You said you're taking who?
Patriots.
Yeah, Patriots got to win.
Yeah.
Yeah, they win. Bills lose. They get the division. Yeah. So
You want anything with the points here, though? I'll do 6.5.
Talking about pull up the last time they played. That's when I cannot remember the score because I keep thinking about this day on Dolphins Titans game.
Oh, Dolphins won.
That's what I was thinking.
Dolphins
right?
won that game.
That's what I was thinking. Because they played them
running
tough.
back fumbled.
Yeah, they usually play them tough though, especially when Florida's down there. What's the spread? You said 6.5?
You're taking Patriots, right? Like guys, straight up. But now you're thinking about the points.
I thought because you usually say you're taking the Patriots.
I'm taking Patriots.
Right. I'm trying to talk myself into to see if I like the points though to go with the Dolphins. Right? That's what I'm trying to look into.
Let me know.
Where's the game at?
Miami.
And does Miami? Because
they're going for the no, they're
out. I think they're out. That's the part.
Ravens are out.
Yeah.
Or Ravens are in. I'm sorry. Dolphins are out.
That's the part that I don't like.
I could double check that. Actually, they might still be in.
Because if they got a lifeline, it's interesting. If they don't have a lifeline, man, them boys on South Beach. Like I ain't touching that, man.
Let me check it real quick because I know it's us and the Ravens. It might be the Dolphins is the worst chance though. Let me check it real quick.
Yeah, well, you check that way. They bashing me about my Cardinals and Bills love apparently. And no, I did not bet all that money on the Bills. I know y'all was trying to throw me out there, and then they saying Bills versus Cardinals Super Bowl. That would be a pretty cool.
Who do you
I
got?
wouldn't be opposed. I would have to go Buffalo. I have more of a connection there, and I'm, just all things considered, I made more money there too. So it's kind of like the hierarchy. It's like Steelers, they pay me the most. Buffalo, they pay me the next most. Arizona pay me the least most. So that's what it's like my hierarchy. But all right, I got to talk to you, Deke. So I went to pick my little man up the other day from school. And you remember the big starter coat I had with all the logos on it? Mm-hmm. We're walking from school because he's like, Dad, I want you to wear the coat. So he's like, all right, put the coat on just for you. So as we're walking out the school, I say, hey, G, what's your favorite team up here? Kind of like a softball because earlier when we were talking about JMU, he was like, Dad, I love JMU. So I'm like, oh, this is about to be money in the bank. I got the logos, but the Steelers right on the front. I'm like, he going to say right Steelers. There. He looks. He hits with this, Deke. He does. Starts scanning. I'm like, it's right here. Like, what are you like? He's like, no. And I'm like, okay. So if it's not down, I'm looking at his eyes. I'm like, okay, if you're not bottom right, which is where the Steelers are, you got to be, upper left corner because that's where the Bills are. He looked, no. I'm like, bruh. He says, Dad, do this. So I hunch down. It's like right here. I said, what team is this? It's the Cardinals.
What?
I was like, what? I was like, great. Why do you like them? He's like, Dad, I mean, like.
You tricked him.
He's like, no. This is what he says. He was like, well, I remember the pictures and us being out there. I remember like going to visit you in Arizona and it was like on the film, we were running around. Like that was fun. And I'm like, great. We did a lot of that in Pittsburgh too. Like it was more fun in Pittsburgh, right, buddy? He's like, yeah, but AZ was nice. And we got to fly. I was like, oh gosh. Yeah, that's what he hit me with though, bro.
Wow.
So I have some real damage control I got to do this weekend with my son to get him back. We had a
that's
flat.
Disappointing.
I found I went in this is how the urgency hit me after the fact. I came home. My son got these like flat like kid size Steeler footballs that obviously we've had them for years. They turned to kind of like dog toys at some point. Like I'm over here like I'm gonna pump this football up. I'm putting Steeler football out here. I'm like, hey, you want to wear your jersey today? What about this Steeler shirt right here? I'm like, yeah, we got to get this back in order. We can't have this Cardinals thing pulling up right now, man. I can't. If it was Buffalo, that's one. I can't have two in the house. All right, I can't have two in the house, bro. Can't have two in the house, man. So yeah,
well, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
that's good fatherhood, buddy.
I thought so. I felt
that's
like
respect.
I was being a responsible father.
Dolphins are out.
Yeah,
official.
They're out officially.
Officially eliminated.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. If they're out officially, I do not like that because I just feel like they're not gonna show up. But all right, quick. How many do we have left?
We have a lot. We have 2 more games. Okay. I think we at least have 5 games probably.
All right, because I'm still down. How many am I down on the total right now?
You're down 5.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Like I need to get the last one. I got you one.
That's what I'm saying. I need to get right, man. Yeah.
You need to take a swing.
I'm taking some chances. That's what I'm doing. Heck yeah.
Dolphins plus
well, because I know once playoffs start, that window, I can't do that because it's the sheer amount of games goes away. So that's why I'm like, I gotta press this week, I gotta press next week. This one of the ones, kind of like the Browns at the end of the game. You got everybody by the line of scrimmage. All right.
Yeah, because there will be
right.
how many wild card
right.
games?
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be 6 total, right?
Yeah.
3 on each side. So at least that's
Yeah.
well, you'll have 6 in the division.
Right. That's
too.
what I'm saying. I have like some time still, but at the same time, I know I don't have that much time because once it hits after that, it's just sheer numbers. You do the math, you ain't got a chance like that. So you know,
want Dolphins.
we
plus
pressing a
6.5.
little bit, man. I thought I'm gonna wait on that one though.
Okay.
I don't like the Miami boys. Yeah, man.
Falcons at home plus 4.5 against the Saints minus 4.5.
I'll take Falcons 4.5. I give the points with that.
What about straight up? Straight up, I'll take Saints. Away, Taysom Hill. I mean,
They playing for something.
they have a good defense.
They're
but
playing for something.
I know.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
I know Falcons and Matty Ice would love to take out the Saints, though.
They playing for something though. Let me get the 4.5. I'll take it with the 4.5. I'll take it with 4. How about that?
All right,
I'll go to 4. I know the half a point that's a deal breaker in some of these, but for that one, I'll go 4 regular.
Okay, I'll go Saints. Last one.
This the money one right here.
You want to just do this one straight up?
It's
Raiders at
I
home
want the
against the
tie. Can I get the tie? Whatever you pick, I want to push.
Raiders at home plus 3 against the Chargers.
Who you want?
This is an interesting one. Raiders
Who you
at
want?
home.
Yeah, who you want?
Chargers.
You going Chargers? All right. I'll go Raiders with the tie then.
Tie? What do you mean?
I want them to tie. This is gonna be a tie game. So can I get that?
So if a tie doesn't happen, I win.
Yes.
Wait, what? Wait, am I missing something here?
No, if the game ends in a tie, I should get the win because I'm calling for the tie now. You're calling for the Chargers to just win straight up.
Yeah.
It's a little different because both of those teams have interest in a tie.
Can I just not call for the tie?
No, I want you to pick a winner. Because if the Raiders
what
win,
happened
if the Raiders win, then I still win. Yeah.
No, if Raiders win, it's a wash.
Come on, man.
Oh, you're saying Raiders and the tie?
Yeah. Oh, man, I can't get it like
That's
that,
why
man.
it didn't make sense.
I can't get it like that.
You could just take the tie.
I'll take the Raiders. I'll take the Raiders.
All right.
Because I don't think
straight
it's a tie. I hope
they are plus 3, but we're doing straight up. This is one of those
for
games.
the money. Yeah, heck yeah. This is definitely straight up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
It is pretty funny.
We got
though,
a lot
man.
of games in.
How pissed
Could be a moving day for you.
How pissed you think it would be for the NFL if they did go out there and intentionally try to tie that game? Because for both of them teams,
everyone will be talking about it.
Yeah, both of them teams
terrible,
guarantees playoff spots if they tie.
It
Like without any other
for
help around. Yeah,
competitiveness purposes.
yeah.
And
Would you fault them for it though?
They would both get in if they tied.
Both get in if they tie.
No.
I'm just like, if this is us versus Baltimore right now, I'm hoping the hatred or the rivalry is enough that they're like, yo, we don't want to work together. I don't want to see y'all get it. That's what I'm hoping. You know what I mean?
You couldn't do it. It makes sense though.
It makes a ton of sense. Both teams, and in fact,
that's bad
both
karma, though, I think.
both of y'all get in, and y'all can run it back next week in the Super Wild Card round if you want to.
That's bad karma though.
Is it really though?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, we got a lot of games. Let me go through the recap real quick.
Yeah.
See what we can remember. Raiders, Chargers. Yep. I have Chargers.
Okay.
You have Raiders.
Yeah.
Saints, Falcons. The points is 4. I have Saints. You have Falcons. So -4 for me, +4 for you. Seahawks, Cardinals.
Yeah.
I did
Cardinals.
3.5. I think it was 3.5.
What was the spread initially?
7.
Yeah, we did say because we said it's going to be a close game anyway.
I'm pretty sure it was
we said
3.5.
3.5. Yeah.
Okay. I have Seahawks. You have Cardinals.
Correct.
So +3.5 for me.
You know, I got to go with my team, my son's team. Excuse me. And people were asking, does that make G a fake fan, or is he just young? He's still
too young.
He's still developing. Okay,
there's
I appreciate that.
I gotta think once you're hitting 18, 20.
Oh, so KK isn't lost yet either. Then that's you telling me.
No,
she still has some
you
time.
can wise up.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
I think because when you're in high school and stuff, like you have like favorite players, even too, that are around the league. Like I said, I used to have a Vic jersey growing up.
Okay.
So, but you start to wise up. I've got to the point like, no, I'm
now
not
you got 2 Vic jerseys. Fake fan.
I'm not wearing. No, I don't have the Falcons Vic jersey anymore. But what I'm saying
Did you have? Was it black or white though? Which color?
It was the.
Because that was a statement.
I had 2 different ones. I had a white one.
The white
old
one
school,
was tough.
the old school, yeah, the old school white one with the red on the side with the black and stuff. And I also had
The old this is the age difference. When you said old school, I thought Jamal Anderson. I was like that old school. What I went, yeah, I was like
that one too.
I'm like, Deke, you remember that? I was like, dang, Deke.
No, I have Vic's rookie year. I used to have the Vic's rookie year one too with the Falcons. But like I said, I get older. I'm like, nah, I don't want to represent any other teams. I want to represent Pittsburgh. So yeah, there's a point. There's a point. You give a forgiveness level to when you're younger and your team,
and
whatever
same
it is.
for me, because I'm still technically young in my fanhood as well, right? As a retired athlete, I'm still in my adolescent fandom years, so I can have multiple teams that I root for as well. You know what, Deke? You right. I could get behind that right there. I could definitely get behind that.
I don't know if it applies that way.
Because I remember I didn't get a chance to experience fanhood the right way. In my development years, I was competing, so it threw me off. So now I get to reset the clock. Yeah. Yeah, here we go. Let's go. See red. All right. Did I get them all? I think I did. Here we go.
Okay. So we had the Dolphins Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
We both agreed what was
the spread that we said we were going to do?
It was 6.5. Like that's the spread they have.
Yeah.
You're thinking Dolphins 6.5 maybe. Plus 6.5.
Yeah, I'm gonna not do that because those guys are already checked out, or at least I'm a little nervous.
Yeah, and we betted on the last two anyway.
Yeah,
and then we got Bills at home against the Jets. I got Jets plus 16.
Correct. Can I talk you down from the 16? Is there any way? Can I get 15.5?
I can't do it.
Not even 15.5, bro.
I can't do it.
It's 15.5.
I can't do
15.5. You're making my loyalty hurt me right here. Yeah. 16. That's like a gut punch. Like, 16? That's a lot.
We got to stick with it, I think.
That is a lot. Why are you punishing me, bro? God, come on, man.
I'm sorry.
Hey, man.
16, dude.
Oh, gosh.
They should be able to do that against the Jets. Come on.
All right. Oh, man. I'm going to have to go to 7-Eleven to get me a red and blue slushie before the game, then, I guess. Maybe that'll make it better for me. Jeez. I want red and blue confetti cake now that I think about it, man. Whatever happened to, I used to tell you them Superman popsicles were my favorite, the red and blue kind with a little bit of white. Oh, man. It's like my favorite thing. I think I'm going to wear them all red suede Jordans too this week. And now that I think about it, I got to what my red jumpsuit at?
No.
I need all 16 points. Oh, God, man. They're going to need some extra motivation. I might need to send them a video ahead of time.
I was going to say, video, you got to let your fans know what's going on too, right?
Hey, Bills Mafia.
Oh, man.
It's the Mafia. Got that Benny the Butcher. We got that Marshawn Lynch. We got that Fred Jackson. Oh, man. Where the Buffalo Wings? Get the pizza. All right. I was going to send him the vid, man.
You can.
Call up Jeremy. He got
how are people feeling about that vid?
In which area? Up there or down here? That's the real question. Up there, they will probably love me when I go to Wegmans or any other Tim Hortons and all. They're gonna be like, "Yo, I knew you was down." Down here, I might go to Giant Eagle and it might not be Kendrick Green stuff. It might be somebody else stuff me this time. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, So, I'm gonna refrain from shooting that video. That's
you can. I told you,
man.
Don't let us hold you back if you're excited.
I'm an adolescent in terms of my fanhood. I tell you, I'm still learning. You've already given me that, and I'm going to hold on to that for at least the next 5 years. At least.
I think I've given
you said you could be 18 before you figure this thing out. I've only been fanning for 3. That's all I'm saying. It's about to be 4. So that's all. I got at least 4 more years of finding my way before I can smarten all the way up. That's what you told me, Deke. I'm just with you, man.
No.
I'm telling you, bro, you are a savant. Like, bro, you're like the words you say. Oh, you're just so ahead of your time, baby. You so ahead of your time, man.
I don't know. You're spinning this.
So ahead of your time with this one, man.
You're spinning this one.
Like who would have thought? Like, this is what I needed you for, Deke. You've provided clarity in my life. Now on Sundays, I just feel so peaceful now, Deke. Man, I cannot wait, man. It's gonna be a fun next 2 weeks, guaranteed fun next 2 weeks. You enjoy next week, guaranteed too. Don't worry about it, man. Live watch party, Super Wild Card Weekend. We locked in, man. We in there.
This one's gonna be interesting this week. I mean, with us and the Jaguars, it's gonna be fun.
Oh, this one. What about next week?
You're trying to do a watch party for the
Wild Card? It's playoff game next week, man. So,
I ain't doing that.
He said I ain't doing that.
Oh, wow. Unless we're in it.
We are in it. What you mean?
All right, if we're in
We
it.
already locked in. We clinched last week, bro. What you mean?
Steelers.
Oh.
We're talking different teams. Steelers aren't clinched yet.
I'm sorry.
We could be after this week.
I'm sorry.
I'd do a watch party if Steelers are in.
No, if that was the case, then yeah, we should definitely. I mean, it'll be fun. But it depends on where the game is at, too. You know?
It's going to be away for sure.
No. But just, I mean, if it was, say it was like right up the road or something like that, maybe I had to pull up. Nah, they wouldn't play them. They wouldn't play them, though. Right now, I think it's slated that Bills will play Patriots.
No matter what. It's just
essentially,
depending on which is home.
Right.
Ooh, that would have been nice.
Because I was going to say, man, we would have pulled back up. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
You're right.
Right. So, dang.
Okay, so we did Bills, Jets.
Yeah.
Now we're on Bucks, Panthers. Nothing on that one.
Right.
Rams, 49ers, nothing.
Yeah, I ain't want that.
Vikings, Bears, though. I do have the Bears.
Right.
And I think you gave me the full 5.5. You might have given me 5.
No, I didn't give you 5.5. Yeah, I did 5. Yeah.
5. And then Washington football team.
We didn't test that
-7.
one.
No, I did that. -7. You have Giants +7.
Oh, yeah, because you gave me the point. Yeah. Good call.
Browns, Bengals, nothing. Lions, Packers.
You gave me the points
for
that.
6.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like +6 or something.
You gave me the points for that.
+6 or +5. We'll check the tapes. Texans, Titans, nothing, right? Yeah, because we were just like both Titans. They got to win. Steelers, Ravens, both Steelers. Jaguars, straight up. I got against the Colts. And then I don't think we have either of the Saturday games, Eagles, Cowboys, or Broncos, Chiefs.
So it looks like we are good then, man.
Yeah. I don't know how many that is. It's 6, maybe?
6,
at least 6 games.
Yeah.
6 or 7?
Yeah.
Will be an interesting week.
I like it, man. I'm excited about it.
Go over the Super Chats and wrap it up.
I like it, man. Whew.
Where's the last one?
I'm seeing...
I'm at Eric White.
All right, Eric White. I think the last one... Young Papi Benito.
Okay.
So they sound like Young Papi Benito. Hey. He says, Moats, would you do Master Moats vids for some draft prospects? Example, Aiden Hutchinson. Yes, absolutely. I started doing them last year, actually, for some of the draft prospects and obviously the guys that we drafted as well after the fact we did vids. But yeah, I do plan to do more of that this offseason. You know, now that we're we got a system in place, time of year when certain content becomes more relevant. Yeah, absolutely, man. So, yes, you will get those as well.
We need that Kenny Pickett drop.
Oh, no. It's for a fact it's going to happen. And actually, I guess I can tease this now in terms of for, upper room members, especially. I am going to start putting in the community pages where y'all can actually request like specifics of, I want this guy. I want to watch this thing. I want these plays. And I'll make sure I break those things down for y'all. And we make sure that y'all get that access early too, okay? But we working on. I got you. It's still early. That's a little tease to you, but just know we got you. We cooking up. Then we also got Black and Martyr showing some love. We appreciate you as always. And then Damon Brown spinning the block to let us know about the updated injury report because that has officially dropped now. So he says for the injury report, Buddy Johnson is out. Now he's been out the past 2 weeks now with the foot injury. He was missing practice again. So yeah, he was out. Trey Turner was a DNP today. Whoa. Did not practice. Dan Moore, DNP, did not practice. Now we know with both of those guys, one's dealing with the knee, one's dealing with an ankle, if I remember correctly. Ben Roethlisberger, full participant. Terrell Evans was dealing with the groin, full participant. Arthur Mallett, DNP.
What the hell?
Yeah, man. And Devon, we appreciate that update too, man.
From COVID.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the Ravens too while we're at it. Mm-hmm. Lamar's out, DNP. Averett did not practice either.
Yeah.
McCary limited on the line. Mm-hmm. Oweh, DNP. Bozeman full. Powers limited. Huntley full. Cleveland, DNP, Devonta Freeman. These guys are all rest, though.
Yeah.
Freeman, Villanueva, Brandon Williams. Those guys are all rest, but then Marquise Brown's ankle with DNP. So they have an interesting injury report, too.
Man. Like, this is nuts right now, bro.
Madness going on. Both teams is still in the playoff mix, too.
No, absolutely, man. Absolutely. All right. Eric, right, that's where you're at?
Yep.
So we're good.
Parlay Atlanta, Miami, and the Raiders for a good weekend. This is not financial advice.
I mean, it could.
Atlanta, Miami.
Miami's the one I'm concerned about.
Those are all dogs, so that's
Yeah.
probably a good pay out
That's
there.
it. Like Atlanta, I like. Vegas, I like. I don't. Miami, it's something about it, man. Y'all in Miami, y'all know y'all don't got nothing to play. You don't have anything to play for. It's not like if you beat the Patriots. I'm trying to think because the Patriots, they've already clinched. So it's not like if you beat them, you're going to keep them out the playoffs. You're just keeping them for winning the division. But they ain't win the division last year. So it's not going to be like let's galvanize for that. Yeah. I'm cool. Yeah.
Damon Brown, he says, you need to kick the dude Zeke out of the chat.
Ooh.
Disrespecting your wife and all.
Ooh.
No case for that mess in here. Zeke. Who's
Zeke? I ain't seen no Zeke. Did you see Zeke?
Is there an actual Zeke in the chat, or did he misspell my name?
You ain't disrespect me, did you?
No. I guess there is a Zeke in the chat. I can't find him.
Yeah, I ain't see him. Yeah. Well, I appreciate you making it known. If we do see that, then yeah, we will definitely remove said individual.
I didn't even paid for that comment to be seen.
I know. I was like, man, all right. Nah. But I also will say this. Yeah, I just don't really care what people say. Everybody has an opinion, as a professional athlete. I mean, yeah, social media has been real. People say whatever, whenever. And if you allow it to have an impact on you, you're just giving that person more power and more validity. So, yeah, I always just abide by the 2 words from my favorite wrestling group, D-Generation X. So, yeah. Anywho.
What's that?
The 2 words?
Yeah. I was waiting for you to say.
One is suck. I ain't gonna go there. But anywho, let's go. UW says, oh, you should read this one. Actually, this brings up a good point here.
Moats hasn't gone full Yinzer yet. You need to work harder, Deke. No. I don't think that's on me. I think goes back to the case that is brought up. It's been passed down for generations. This little analogy: you lead the horse to water. You can't force the horse to drink.
Oh man,
you're here. You've been on the Steelers, even.
Wow,
you see everything.
Wow. I think he's seeking comfort, guys. I think that the fact that I played here and I stayed here and started a podcast focused solely on the team here shows my commitment level and my yins. I'm completing my prerequisites for my yinzerhood. Okay. Remember we said about franchise? He was like, yo, you got to do this and this and this. I'm at the Dak Prescott stage. All right. You're trying to crown me already and throw me in full yinzer and say that I'm the guy. I'm not believing in myself just yet. I believe it. I'm QB1. I ain't proven I'm franchise QB yet. I haven't done any big winning just yet. All right. So I'm getting there. All right. I'm the Dak Prescott of the Steeler fanhood right now, bro.
It's a weird path you're on though to get there. You're taking some.
It's like how Dak
was.
It doesn't matter how we get there. It's all about the end result. Come on, man.
Some turns out of nowhere I'm seeing here and there.
Or am I the Josh Allen of the Steelers fanhood? A lot of excitement around me, a lot of hype around me, and you seen me show up. I've had some moments, but at the same time, you're like, am I all the way convinced just yet? Is there that slither of just a little doubt? Or am I the Kyler Murray of Steeler fanhood where I'm the young, upcoming guy setting it on fire right now in fanhood. And you're like, man, I want to believe him. Everything says to believe him. I just need to see a little bit more from him. Like, which one would you call? Am I the Dak Prescott, the Josh Allen, or the Kyler Murray of the Steeler fanhood, bro?
I don't know. None of those sound that good right now. There's that phrase, all in or nothing.
But you already told me because I'm young. Like but because I'm young, you've already told me this. I get 18 years. I only want 8. You said 18. I only want 8. That's half. That's not even half. Come on, man. Yeah.
8 years.
That's why 8. I'm at 4 right now. You said 18 to fully develop.
Here's the problem.
I'm fully trying to develop. I'm young in football fan years. I'm very young.
You didn't get drafted till what? 21, 22?
So think about it. But no. In terms of like a rooting interest. Like for you, because you weren't playing, like you could say, "Hey, this is my team. I'm locked in on them." Once I started realizing,
playing, I thought I had some prospects.
So you got to think for me, man. I went from being a diehard this team to now draft process where now it's like, okay, throw everything out the window, just open book. Then you go to Buffalo and it's like, okay, I've never been here, but then you got to learn to love it. 4 years. Most people don't stay that long. I stayed that long. Then I came here. So you got to think I went from man, I don't have a family, to now I have a family, to now I got a family I really like too. And then I went out and I was like, oh, I even got some cousins out here. You know, I ain't know I had some cousins on the West Coast. I got some cousins out here as well, you know? So that now I'm like, dang, I just retired. I'm like, man, all right. I love y'all. I rock with y'all. And you know, I'm just kind of like, you catch my drift? So now, that's
No
what I'm
one's
like, I
making
should
you
get
pick.
some.
I don't think anyone's making you pick.
I don't think I have to pick. But at the same time, I eventually want to evolve to like, you know, full Yinzer Mafia.
No, we don't do that.
I'm just kind of like, you know, Billzer. Yeah. Is like you said? Like, yeah.
Nah,
You know?
we can't do that. Here's the thing though. Like,
okay.
I think
see black and
we
gold.
just gotta accept it.
Go Buffalo. How did that go?
I think
you know?
we just gotta accept it. That's kind of like how your heart's going and
I
whatnot.
like Permanis.
Because
I like Anchor Bar too, though.
You have a different upbringing with us with all this.
Yeah.
It's different.
Yeah.
I was never an NFL player. So, like McAfee right now, he's from here. He's probably more a Colts fan than anything, though, because he was drafted by the Colts.
You're right.
So it's different. I get it. It's different.
Oh, I didn't even think. Do you think he's more of a Colts fan than a Steelers fan?
Yeah, easily. Oh, that's not even a question.
You think Steelers' second team, though?
Probably. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, because I don't know, like, people that grow up in Pittsburgh that play football. Why you want to root for another team when you have, like,
I'm surprised.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't think that would be the case. Yeah,
there are people that do that. Someone was in my Twitch stream saying, "What team should I root for?" I grew up in Pittsburgh, and he gave us
like I don't
49ers
yeah.
and Bengals. I'm like, what the hell?
Because
you're
like
here in Pittsburgh. Why are you picking another team?
I'm like, if I grew up in Virginia and we had a team in Virginia, it wouldn't even be a thought process. I'm diehard for that squad. But we grew up in Virginia. It was like, bro, you could pick wherever you want to pick. And we just, you know, you start seeing a lot of national games during that time. We know it's Dallas. So it is how it goes. It is what it is.
I think we just got to take it easy on you.
Yeah,
just
thank you.
Accept you might have some other rooting interest.
No. What did Brady say? When Brady was talking about, AB, you got to have a little empathy for me. Take a little time. It's other factors at work. Just repeat, just copy and paste. You got to take your time. Show a little empathy towards me, all right? Y'all be nice to me, okay? I'm here for y'all. I'm still learning.
We can give our best efforts on the empathy. I'm not saying it's going to be always that way. Or it's going to be perfect.
So if I were to, you know, say in 7 days, a particular team wins the division, and the new division championship hat just happens to fall in my lap, you know? And I just so happened that our episode following said the hat just happened to appear in the vicinity. Head, shelf, whatever. You know, I'm just asking for a friend.
Santa, he's working overtime.
You know what I mean? He's asking for a friend. He's asking for a friend. You never know. Yeah, it was snowing a little bit today. He's asking for a friend. If that were to be the case, would that be frowned upon? Or since we've had this conversation, would it be, acceptable?
I told you. I think you just accept it. Frowned upon? Yeah, I think there could be some frowns here or there, but you just accept it. You understand. That's all.
Bro, I appreciate it. And y'all in the chat, y'all are funny. Just talking about what would make me a fan versus not a fan. I saw one. I got to go to Rick's Cabaret. I said, Lord, I've heard of it because the commercial always airs. Oh, man, you want to go to this gentleman's club? I'm like, yeah. I know what it is. I'm not familiar with it, but I know what it is. So that makes me more Yinzer. See? I know some spots. I know arts. I know some spots. You know what I mean? Fat heads. I got some. I know some Yinzer staples. Yeah. See, I know some Duff, some Anchor Bar, some Lenovo. I know some Barbell. I know some Big Tree. Wrong place. My bad.
Yeah, I didn't recognize any. Yeah,
I'm sorry. That's yeah.
Let's go. That brings up an interesting point. It says, so y'all gonna root for the USFL team? Who's that?
Oh, no, I did hear. Oh.
Is there a Virginia team?
No, Pittsburgh.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, it's like,
no, we don't do that.
Bro, they got a name too. I
Hell
cannot think of their name right now.
Hell no. They tried doing an AFL team.
Yes, bro.
It doesn't work.
Yes.
Don't even try it.
Yeah, it's like it's supposed to be for real. Yeah, man.
I'm being serious. Get them out of the city. That doesn't work here. We don't do that. We don't do that, and we don't do Steely McBeam.
And what about the e-gaming team though? Because I know that's the other thing they're trying to get going.
I don't know
up
about
here.
that. Really?
Mm-hmm.
They haven't asked me about it.
You're right.
They haven't asked me about it,
but no, they because this was probably 2-3 years ago.
They haven't seen my tapes. Wow.
Yeah.
Is it for Madden or is it for like Call of Duty or other games?
I didn't really look into like which style of games. I just know they definitely have a Pittsburgh like gaming, like e-gaming team up here. Yeah. The Maulers. That's good. Thank you, Thomas Riley.
That's
Pittsburgh
the USFL
Maulers.
team?
Yeah, I think that's the name of it. Maulers.
No.
You ain't feeling them?
No.
Yeah.
I'm not watching that.
Fair
There's
enough.
no way.
Fair enough.
That's
man.
not how it works.
Fair
There's
enough.
no second football team in Pittsburgh, professional football team. We don't do that here.
I could dig
We
it,
don't.
man.
We got Pitt. We got Pitt college team. We got the Steelers. That's all we need.
I like it. So I think that was it. Was that it?
I think so.
Yeah. You check that one time. You see if you see anything else.
No, I think we're good. I think there was a person or two upset about the Vic jersey. I think I've even mentioned that before though. I had a Vic jersey as a kid and I had a Ben jersey. Like those were my two jerseys.
No, the Vic jersey was fine. My dad had the black. Oh man, I thought it was so tough.
Yeah, but like I said, you get older and
that
I'm
was
just
back
like,
too. You remember when they used to have when they first started putting the NFL shield up there? Man, I thought that was so cool. That was a clean look, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, because Vic was after Ben. Yeah, obviously you like in terms of saying like second favorite player, you like all the other Steelers. Like Ben was my first favorite, but like around the league, like Vic was then like my second favorite player. So I really liked both those guys. I had a Vic poster, I had a Ben poster. So
I like it, man.
Yeah, it's just you're a kid. Whatever.
Yeah, I know how I felt about Vic. That's the homie.
Yeah,
like yeah.
CPA, you're probably happy.
I say the way you talked about Ben, that's how we would feel about Vic. Like unquestioned. Yeah.
But then you get older. I just want to represent Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, it means more to me than any of that other stuff.
And see, that's how I feel too. I just so happen to have a couple more connections, like, cause you ain't had to leave. I had to leave a couple times, so that's why for me, you know what I mean. It's like I started down at the VA, so it's like, oh, that's the crib, ain't nothing to do there but cook. You gotta pack it up, sell it triple price, and all right. That's Pusha T and them boys, the clips. It's for my OG VA heads out there. All right, you know what I mean? I just had to bounce around a little bit, but I still got big love for the black and gold. That's why the carpet in here is. Anywho, so with that being said,
we got one more super chat.
All right, let's get it.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
What about this one?
What's the situation? What we looking like?
Young Poppy Benito says, Deke, how would you feel about announcing a Steelers draft pick live, but it was the Steelers' next QB?
Ooh.
I'd do it.
How would you feel?
I'd do it, yeah.
I think it's different, too, with Denver.
People actually, maybe I really thought I was more of a Ben fan than a Steeler fan. Like, that I'll be so butthurt about him not being there. Nah, it's just, all right, he announced retirement. It's time to move on.
That's because he announced the retirement.
Yeah, I told you.
No.
Go ahead.
Put that same question if he had not announced his retirement.
Right.
I think that's the context he was looking for.
It's not there anymore because he announced it.
Yeah.
I guess I am new.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Funny story though. I have been in that situation. When I was at the draft, that was the year we drafted TJ Watt.
You had I
didn't have to. I had Connor and Sutton, the 2 third-round picks. I'm not gonna lie though. When because we got there obviously the day before, when they drafted T, it blew my whole mood. I was just like, bro.
Oh, you sent me out here for this.
I was like, yo, y'all gonna see me out here like what y'all's finna do, and you gonna see me out here to embarrass me, like, bro. Y'all know why y'all drafted this man, like this. What we on, like hot. Yes, bro, hot. And then obviously the rest of the draft goes, and when Tate puts his tweet, I'm like, oh, all right, cool. I thought it felt some type of way to date it, because obviously that's for you, Sammy. That ain't for me. That's for you. So yes, bro. Yeah.
That might be a top 3 tweet of just Steelers lore of all time.
Young Poppy Benito, no, but I know, that was all I kept saying to myself was, I said, I'm glad that I didn't have to announce TJ, because that would have hurt. Like, I was pissed just because you know what it means. Hey man, you're not drafting the first, and not even against a person, because like TJ's my dude, like love TJ, he's an awesome cat. But it's like you don't even care about who the person is. You just know when you're taking a guy in the first round at your position, you know exactly what it means. And at that stage, I'm like, oh my God, like this is what we got to deal with. And I'm thinking, I'm like, yo, I got this last year on this contract. Man, I wanted to retire anyways, and I can't because I want to keep this money. Y'all gonna bring this dude here. Oh, y'all trying to embarrass me. Y'all trying to cut me. I ain't getting cut in my career. That was one promise. I was like, I will never get cut. And when they did, I'm like, oh, y'all trying to try me. Bro, yes. Hot. Now it worked out. And I told you, me and TJ, that training camp, that was how we changed it. It built the bond. Because earlier I was like, bro, like, man, I know why you're here. You trying to take money out my kids' pocket, my kids' pockets, college funds. Oh, nah, partner, nah. But everything worked out, bro. Everything worked out. Yeah.
That's the show, I think.
Shout out to young Poppy Benito, though, for that, man. That was pretty clean, man. So, yeah.
I think we're good. I think people are still talking about the Zeke dude. I don't even see him.
I don't either. That's my thing. And I'm like, I'm not about to, like, distract our convo to keep searching for somebody saying something negative. I can just hit that on the back end, baby. We ain't at.
I don't even see him.
I don't either.
But yeah, that's about it then, I think.
Yeah, so with that being said then, baby.
We got another super chat real quick.
Oh, we got another one. Okay.
On behalf of the Twitch chat, we missed the Steelers team. Yeah, I've been lazy this week.
Wow.
Still recovering from the hangover.
Step your game up, bro. People want the content, man. Give them the content, bro.
I actually might drop in tonight. Tomorrow they're dropping new content, but they're not dropping any new Steeler cards. They're screwing us over. So, I'm definitely going to play probably tonight, probably tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. I did promise, I think, yesterday. Still, like, tired, recovering. Sorry.
Well, just keep staying tuned then. Keep staying tuned.
I'm getting there. I'm getting back.
All right. So now we're officially going to get up out of this thing. All right. So enjoy the rest of y'all day. Stay safe out here. Have a great weekend. And hopefully, man, we get this Steelers dub this weekend with a little Jacksonville dub as well.
Yep.
But either way, until next time, baby.
Peace.